Hello, everyone. I think they should like all line up perfectly. I think. Possibly. I'm literally watching my premiere as it's like counting down and ending, and then I'm just waiting to see if it happens. Hi, everyone. All right. Um, okay, so we'll see when this happens. There's gonna be like an influx of people, maybe. This is the first time I do this, and so we might have people show up. Hey Kim, hello from Denmark. Oh, there we go. I see me. This is me. Okay, it's worked. Ah. Hello, everyone. I do know there's going to be like some delay because if you show up to the premiere like 30 seconds later, I think the premiere starts, or I don't know. But hello, everyone. Fancy seeing you guys here again. No, replicant. You have no proof, so therefore, I am not. It's working. Yay. Welcome. Hello there. Is this working? I don't think it worked. Oh no, there should have been something. Hold on a sec. Why is it not working? So there should be something that pops up at the bottom, but it's not. It is. Oh, it's not working for me. Okay. Well, okay, if you guys do see a message here, it should say, it should have a message like here-ish somewhere, I think. Um, Teleport didn't work for you? Oh, wow, because I got teleported automatically. So weird. Hello, everyone. Hello. Clear. It literally. No. There should be a message that shows up that pops up, but it's not. Hold on a second. I'm going to try something else. Okay, trying this. Okay, well. Well, that sucks. I even tried this out beforehand. Oh, you bugger. So I installed this add-on that was supposed to work, but yeah, that's fine. Anyways, hello everyone, welcome. In case you did get teleported here, awesome. If not, well, that's technology for you. You have a 50-50 chance of being teleported. Sometimes you end up here, sometimes you might end up somewhere else, like the North Pole, maybe the South Pole even, but we'll see. Um, right. So anyways, that sucks. Basically, the reason I had this little thing set up was so I could have people's messages show up highlighted, but let me just see if I can change this. Oh, shoot, that's not it. Hold on a sec. Does this work? No. Okay. That was my last try. I'm so bummed out. Oh boy, that's okay. I'll figure it out. It's what I do. So, first of all, how is everyone? How's your weekend going? Today is November 30th, which means we have less than a month until Christmas, 1 month and 1 day till my birthday, 1 month and 2 days until the new year. A lot of stuff happening in the next month and 2 days. Yeah, next time, Chaggy, next time. And this is why I don't plan things because they don't work anyways. Hey Tobiah, how are you? Hello. You real streamer? Yeah. Need an engineer to help. I've got this. Engineer is on the case. We've got this. Um Yeah, no. Oh boy. Verowak. Exactly. It is. Hey, Austin, how are you? And Dwayne, greetings from Connecticut. Greetings from Canada. Greetings. And Randy, hello, hello. When do we watch RoboCop? Next year. That's part of the plan, is to watch movies next year. I know it might come as a surprise to everyone, but that's the plan at least. Very official looking. It should be because it was my hard hat when I worked in construction engineering. Have I sworn at it? I actually learned that douchebag is considered a swear, so color me surprised. I don't know if douche nozzle is, but I'm learning that there's a lot more swears than I thought existed. I don't consider those swears. Hey Matthew, how are you? No problem, Ben. Thanks for being at the premiere. What kind of engineer? A civil one. Oh man. Next year is so far away, right? Right? So far away, yes. Yeah, it's like it's so far away you don't even have to think about it. Hey Michael, from the center of the Canadian universe. Oh, you're in the prairies? Well, like I guess it'd be man, I don't what kind of middle? Wild robot? Um just a heads up, I don't want to know anything about movies. So knowing to bring a lot of tissues, unfortunately, a movie gets bumped down my list because I want to forget about that. I don't want to go into a movie expecting anything. So in the comments, my YouTube comments from my reaction videos, a lot of times people say, "Oh, watch this if you like science fiction and this and this," and I'm like, I'm not going to until I forget about it. That's sort of how I work because I love going into a movie, not knowing anything. I went into Cabin in the Woods thinking it was a horror type stuff and I was laughing. I was not expecting to laugh, so that was such a nice surprise. No, no, that was a civil engineer. Oh boy. Gozamite? I don't know how to say it properly if I mess it up. Massage. I'm sorry. But good evening. Bad jokes. They're good jokes. They're great jokes. What are you talking about? Oh, don't be sorry, Kinfor. It's okay. This is how, just because I get a lot of comments about people saying things about movies and I don't want to know. It's just my part of my fun. Rule to not spoil movies for actors, just to not, I mean, yeah, sometimes it's hard though. I know some people get really excited, but even then I still, don't. I have a terrible memory. I have a very good ability to purge my memory willingly or unwillingly, so sometimes I forget about stuff. Watch Blade Runner 24 I like movies. I guess I won't watch it. Sorry. Or Draftman's 50 plus years. We don't have that anymore. I mean, like not paper, all done on computer now. That must have been fun. Toronto's the center of a Canadian universe. I mean, it depends. If you go by, the center of like population density or population wise, then it's skewing more towards Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, even though Vancouver's pretty massive. But yeah. Ping Discord. Oh shoot. Okay. The reason I didn't ping Discord or anything. Oh, I got a member. Damn it. Okay. I am terrible at this. I'm so sorry, guys. Because I made sure that my premiere would bring us here, and at the same time, I had to make sure on Twitter. I posted on Patreon, and I forgot Discord. I'm so sorry. What did you miss? Vero being confused, being accused of being a replicant, and saying amazing jokes. Tissue is a permanent party setup. Yeah, it's there, but I don't want to know to expect it in a movie. Thank you, Sean, for the joining the members. Thank you, Sean. I'm hoping that in next year I can do more for the YouTube memberships. I always feel like if you do support, I want to do something for you. So I'm hoping to get ahead and give like early access to stuff eventually. Hello, Tony. Okay, hold on a sec. So I haven't started with questions yet. One quick thing, I will not be watching 2001: A Space Odyssey until I get 100,000 subscribers minimum. I remember I tried watching it and I could not get into it. I think I got 10 minutes in maybe. I don't know. I was not, I don't know if it's the movie that's not for me, if it was a time in my life that just didn't work well with it or what. So 2001: A Space Odyssey is like a set a goal, hopefully big enough that I may not have to do it. Premiere didn't bring you there? Ah, damn it. It never, I don't know why I mean, it worked for me, but not others. Awesome Emotes Club. It is, yeah. Those are the emotes you can use. All drawn emotes by me. Waving, crying, laughing to the Tom Cruise. I don't know if that's the original one. Special movie requests. Special movie requests is going to be through Reactor at some point when I have time to set it up. Hey, Lefty, how are you? And Ismail, sorry I missed that. Hello. Couple of Texans right there. The same, but yeah, so, and I know it's long. Oh, it's 2 hours and 14. Okay, I thought it was way longer. The 10 minutes felt like an hour, so that's probably why I thought it was longer. So I haven't seen Vikings. I've not heard of, I don't know what triangle is. Is it like Bermuda Triangle? Hey, Wolf from Munich. All right, so what I'm going to do is I have a list of questions already from Patreon and from Discord and then from YouTube. So I'm going to start with the Patreon questions. I'll go to Discord questions and then I'll go to YouTube questions and then I'll ask in chat for more questions if people have questions, that many questions. Unfortunately, my pop-up thing is not working and so I'm pretty bummed about that. I had it all set up. It was working fantastically. But whatever. That's awesome, Brady. It's his like his catchphrase or his saying. There we go. Still a Padawan learning about the Force? I don't know about that. I wouldn't call me a Padawan. Hey, Iskoka, how are you? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy them. Hello, Rasmus from Denmark. Hello, Martin from Wisconsin. Can I be in the Canadian Cinematic Universe? I mean, isn't Wisconsin? There's a couple of states that are like Canada light or like are very similar to Canada. I feel like Wisconsin might be one of them. Don't forget to. You have thumbs. I have thumbs. Switch your chat to live chat away from top chat so your chat isn't algo influence. Yes, yes, that's a big thing. If you, at the top of the scrolling chat, there's live chat, there's top chat. Do top chat. Paul, welcome to the wax. I need a better word than that. The Verowaks. The wackiest bunch in the West. Well, maybe I have to change. Hold on a second. I'm going to try something real quick. The screen's going to go black, but that's okay. Oh, yeah, it works. Wax on, wax off. Oh, wax on, wax off. I just watched that movie on Patreon. Black screen even, at least, oh my God, you know what I should have done? I should have had a background that's a blue screen. So whenever I alt tab or something, you guys see a blue screen of death and then you think that, you know, your PC is messing up. No, that would be some mean trolling, wouldn't it? Damn it. Ah. Next time, hold on a sec, let me just write this down. Okay, back to the regular speed Vero now. Slow motion. Which is still faster than you can think. Okay, so my little button thing is working. So let's get in some questions. Watching your TV. Why is it all yellow? I don't understand what's going on. Really question reality on your TV? You're like, what is this? Oh my god, that would have been perfect. I need to do more trolling. Ah. Takes note, troll more next time. Yes! That is, my purpose is to troll people and have fun. Wait, James, how are you? Holiday? Oh, are you talking about Thanksgiving? I'm not American. I'm not USAer, so I don't, that's not mine. I have wax on, wax off merch. I mean, now I, jeez. I need to find phrases for merch that has Vero or whack in it and then just like use movie quotes to do that, I think. I have to think about this. What's your favorite scary movie? Scary movie, obviously, because there's a quote there. Grew up in the 70s and 80s with all the great movies. I personally think I'm lucky to grow up in the 90s when I grew up and where I grew up. I might be biased. I'm a replicant? It says it in the name. I can't be. A replicant be one. Hey, Maxie, how are you? Oh, that's awesome, Randy. Do you have any plans for next week? We have Thanksgiving. It's in October. So we have it first, and then the US copies us, basically. What part of Canada am I from? I'm from Ontario. All right, so my question and answers, I have stuff from Patreon, so I'm going to start with that, and then we'll switch over to other questions, and then I'll get to hopefully all the questions. If I miss a question from you guys, I'm not doing it on purpose. Just please know that. I can be scatterbrained, and there's words, there's stuff going on, and I always worry about everything. So if I did miss it, it's not personal. I didn't do it on purpose. I just missed it. I'm human. Proof that I'm human. Growing up now is even better because those 70s and 80s movies still exist, and you have the good ones that have come out since. Exactly. We just have more movies. How awesome is that? Which is guy. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Good. Hey, R33S3. It sounds like a droid almost. And enjoy my videos? Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you can make it to the live stream also. So welcome. Do something and take it for ourselves. Yeah. Oh, Americans. I have to send a super chat if you want to make sure slash trolling. Thank you for saying slash trolling. Thank you. Do you speak any French? Oui. Yes, yes, I speak French. French is my first language. I have lost a bit of it though. Hey, Mom Buns, how are you? No, that's what a replicant would say. Replicant wouldn't say that. Hey, Edward, favorite Canadian. Oh boy, there's some great Canadians out there, so that means a lot. Why did the chat message disappear off the screen? It does that sometimes. Like wee baguette. And then I can clear it. I am from Canada, eh? Yeah. Reese with back. Oh my god, that makes so much more. That makes so much more sense. Sometimes I think I'm pretty clever and I pick up on stuff. Other times I miss things completely like that. Couldn't resist. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. You're 6 minutes behind? Yeah, that's what time zones do to you. Hey, Morpheus, how are you? I hope you've been well. I know you were going through some stuff last time. Hopefully things are better. Kind of recently found my channel, enjoy my reactions videos. I'm glad. They are, well, what they are, and I'm glad you enjoy them. I'm glad. Okay, so first question. Out of all the films you've... Oh, hold on a sec. You know what I can do? This is what I can do. Out of all the films you've watched on the channel, is there any you've gone back and watched again or even more than once? Well, I guess in theory, every time I edit a movie, it's like I'm watching it for the second time. So technically, every movie I edit, I watch for a second time. Aside from that, there's definitely some movies I've seen a second time. My problem is I don't remember what I've reacted to. So I've rewatched a lot of the Star Wars stuff. I haven't rewatched the original trilogy though for Star Wars. I have to do that at some point. I think I'm gonna line that up with right before I watch Spaceballs, just to make sure my mind is in the original trilogy time. But so, oh yeah, this question was from Qui-Gon Jinn on Patreon. Hot Fuzz I've seen again for sure. Jurassic Park I've rewatched. Rogue One, 100% rewatch Rogue One. Oh gosh, yeah. Verowak's Roughnecks, yes. there's a bunch of stuff that I've rewatched. Series, yes. Some Clone Wars. So on Patreon, I'm going through all of Star Wars. And so I've watched Clone Wars, Bad Batch. I'm currently watching Rebels. I've rewatched some of the Clone Wars. I want to rewatch Bad Batch just because it's so great. The Last of Us, I'm going to rewatch before season 2 comes out. Same with Andor. So a lot of the TV series I love rewatching because, well, when a season comes out, just to really have my mind back into it. What are my hobbies? My hobbits? Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't even know what my hobbies are, to be honest. I need to figure that out. Last day at work yesterday, starting new on this Monday. Oh, congrats! I hope that goes well. Are you excited? Hey Rob, how are you? Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you enjoy them. Honestly, if I can make some of it a reaction that makes people laugh, cry, think, just be distracted from the world for even the duration, then I'm so happy that I get to, like, I guess help people out like that. Eating chocolates? Oh well, yeah, eating chocolates for sure. Are you gonna rewatch during Christmas time? Would be so amazing to see you redo it, knowing what you do now. Oh my god. Oh my, I don't even know. So one thing I'm planning on doing, some reactors have this already, but there's a reactor. So there's going to be a way to have specific requests. It's going to cost something, unfortunately. If I win the lottery, it'll be different, but I don't plan on winning the lottery. But you'll be able to specifically request me to watch certain movies. There will be some exceptions, like I don't remember what they were, but length of movie is going to come into play. Certain genres, I might change that up because sometimes, you get tired of certain genre. And so you don't want to see it for a little while. Like if I get tired of comedies, I'll be like, okay, not taking comedies at this time or war movies or whatever it is. And so that'll come out probably, I'm hoping in December at some point, but my December's pretty busy as all hell. So we'll see. In winter at some point, January at the latest. That's all I've got. Reese, I didn't grow up with Christmas movies. I didn't grow up with movies, so I don't have a favorite Christmas movie. I'm discovering them on this channel as I watch them. So I don't have like something that I watch every Christmas. I've never had that. If anything, I remember seeing some Chipmunks Christmas movie or just one specific song that plays on the radio all the time. So, yeah. Hey Shane, how are you? And Carlo, hello, hello. I watch whatever version of the movie that is available on a streaming service. That's how it works. Because unless I do a deep dive research on every single movie I watch to see which edition I have to see and where to watch it from, and plus, Everyone has a different opinion. So no matter what I watch, there will be people upset with it, with whatever version. No, I watched Beauty and the Beast and I had Angels in the Outfield. We had these two movies. That's what I watched occasionally. My parents didn't force me to do anything. I had a childhood. I could do whatever I wanted. I played with Barbies, listened to Foo Fighters, played with wrestlers. I've got a couple wrestling figurines here. Yeah, read books, did a lot of stuff. Right. Okay. So next question. One done. Another one to do. Okay. I don't know if this whole thing works. No, that's too long. Okay. Oops. So let me do this. Hey, Alan. Thank you so much for the super chat. Born in the 70s, 1978, went open casting call in San Diego. Where do I even get San Diego? It's Chicago, damn it. Got a letter saying 1 of 10 finalists didn't get it. It was Danny in The Shining. Oh my gosh. That's absolutely amazing, though. 1 in 10 finalists? That is amazing. Wow. Have you done acting since? Oh my god, there's so many questions, so many things. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons on then television. Wonder who this could be. I don't even know where one. I mean, I guess there's emulators and stuff, right? I haven't watched wrestling in a while. I watched it when Bret Hart, Stone Cold were there near the end of their time in WWF, and I saw The Rock, but I stopped watching either when John Cena started or right before, because I had never seen John Cena wrestle. Yes, Randy, definitely build your Lego Y-Wing. Yes, yes. I implore you, do that. Lego are so amazing. So amazing. I'm glad that I'm your favorite. Thank you so much. San Diego, yes, that's the new one. Never acted then or later, but it's still amazing though. Wow, that's crazy. Carmen San Diego, stop it, guys, stop. I'm supposed to troll you guys, not the other way around. That's all I'm saying. San Francisco. I'm Sean Connery, aren't I? What do you do for a living? I do stuff. And he goes, when you... Yes, Pixie like that. Great minds, Bigsy. Thing is the engineering aspect of it. Die Hard Trading Places. Isn't that a TV series? Batman Returns, Home Alone, a couple others. Great for Christmas fun. I just recently watched Home Alone 2. It'll go on the channel at some point. Oh, I don't think... Okay. Okay, so this is the question. Wackos, you guys are all wackos. I've heard Red Dwarf, but I don't really know much about it. I do not work in real estate. No, no. Trading spaces. Oh, okay, it's close enough. It's close enough. Okay, next question. Do you have a regular set of friends IRL? I can already answer that. No, I do not. I basically don't have like friends IRL. The only friends I have are like through online stuff. There's no one that I like. I don't have a friend. I'm like, oh hey, do you want to just meet up and hang out and stuff? I don't have that. I don't debrief on them. The only person is Dan Simple Electronics in here, wherever he is. He's still here. So, yeah, he's my partner, and so he's the one that I would debrief sometimes. But a lot of times after I watch one that he's wanted to see, we watch again. So I guess I do watch movies a second time. So I don't have friends that are going to be watching movies for the first time. I just don't. That's just how life works. I don't really ever have friends. I'm trying to think back. I never really had. I think in high school I had a couple of friends. I had like two friends that I hung out with, and then ever since then, I haven't really had friends that I hang out with, which is crazy. But I'm fine with that. Perfectly fine. I'm okay with that. Um, so a lot of times people ask me, "Oh, well, why don't you watch a movie with a friend that hasn't seen it?" And I'm like, "Well, I can't. I can't be like, oh, hey, Gertrude, come over here. You've never seen this movie, so it'll be your first time watching it, but I'll have seen it already because Gertrude, I don't have Gertrude." So, yeah, Gertrude, yeah, yeah, Gertrude. I mean, this is a common name, right? I think all the young, hip, and happening people are called Gertrude nowadays. Gertrude is always busy. Hey, Spork, go get a Gertrude. I will try to find a Gertrude. I'll put a post on what people use these days. Oh, you know what? I could go on like Meet a Friend app. No, there's like matchmaker apps. Are there Meet a Friend apps? Because then I could just type in Gertrude and find one. Try Bertha? She's got nothing to do. Okay, I'll try Bertha. Okay. Gertrude's truly busy. You can't reach her as well? Oh, well, that's good to know. I thought maybe she was just like ghosting me for some reason. Watching movies solo, watching movies with a friend who won't stop talking. Yes. 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 I love doing things solo. I do. I absolutely do. Gertrude is a German name. Oh, to me it's more of a French name. Being learner. Oh, I'm not ashamed at all. I'm not ashamed at all. I'm quite glad that I am who I am, what I'm like. I have me. I can hang out with me all day and not get tired of me, so there's that. 90 is the new 30. It is. 90 going on 30. Isn't that a movie? 13 going on 30. You get a Gertrude and you get a Gertrude. I have three brothers, so I do have siblings. Favorite car? If it works, manual, ideally. Hondas have been pretty reliable, so yeah. Football with Gertrude name on it in the background. Maybe I could just have like a little. I could draw a picture of someone and be like from Gertrude or something. Gertrude is indeed a ghost because no one's named their kid that in 100 years. Oh boy. 4 to 6 years, never heard that name in real life. What? No way. I mean, I've heard that. I don't know, like I haven't met someone with that name, but I've heard the name plenty of time. Um, okay, so we've got another question here. Hello, Johnny. Bam. Okay, so what's something you know now about the channel that you maybe didn't necessarily think about when you started? I didn't think about how much I would get sick of editing quickly. I thought it would be fine. It'd be a nice little challenge. I think it'd be a nice little brain off thing, but dealing with copyright has been something. It's not great to deal with. Get a dog, name it Gertrude? No. If I get a dog, if it's a Bernese Mountain Dog, it's gonna be Bowser. That's for sure. If it's like one of those dogs with a lot of hair that's like gray and like got a mustache, it's gonna be Rufus. It depends on what dog it is, because each dog has a specific name. Each breed or whatever the dog looks like is what I'm gonna name him. Limit about movies, R-rated movies. R-rated movies just has swearing, no? Hold on a sec, let me just look. So basically, I probably wouldn't watch NC-17. So those are above rated R, because R is under 17, requires accompanying parent or adult guardian. NC-17 is adults only. I don't know what movies are NC-17, but I don't know if I would care to watch a specifically NC-17 movie. Favorite kind of sandwich is one that's in the garbage because I don't like bread. Hey, Steve. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy those videos and humor. I try to, I don't know, I just want to, yeah. I'm glad you enjoy my humor. Not everyone does. Flea, what's on second? Yeah, copyright stuff is silly. The companies, what they do, like Universal, for example, they're like, oh, let's do Jaws this week. So then they go through and claim all the Jaws videos and stuff. And so it's just a freaking hassle. I need an adult to sit next to her and watch those movies then. I'm an adult. Ah. Showgirls? I've heard that before. Yeah, rated R would be fine, but I think NC-17, I'd have to get someone to just double check to see if I would care for it type thing, especially if it's for YouTube, if it's editing for YouTube. If it's like all nudity, for example, or all whatever, it's just going to be a pain in the butt to edit for YouTube. So I think that's the main reason why I don't really much care for NC-17 stuff, because I think it's going to be such a hassle for YouTube. Same with movies with a lot of swearing. It's gonna be, all the swears are gonna be beeped out or muted out, and so there's gonna be a lot of stuff missing. Any tricks? I mean, tricks for copyright issues. I have a certain way that I edit for the most part, and for the most part, it's good. It can seem choppy at times for some people, which, I mean, sorry. I do this so I don't have to deal with copyright. 7, yeah, it's on the channel. Nudity is the pain in the butt. I mean, yeah. Spiritually taxing? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Hey, Nicholas, how are you? NC-17 UK equivalent? I have no idea. What's it? Oh, the other part of the question is, what notion out there for content creation, it turns out, isn't quite like what people make it out to be? Oh, okay, hold on a sec. I got this now. Okay, so what notion out there for content creators isn't quite like what people make it out to be? I don't literally just watch movies and that's it. Same with anyone who streams video games, who does anything. There is so much going on in the background that people don't see. There's so much more work. If what I did was literally only watch movies, that would be very different. But there's planning going on. You have to like figure out what you want to do. The editing involved. There's contacting people. There's dealing with if you're getting editors or not. You have to do that. Monetarily balance what works for you, what doesn't work for you. What kind, if you want to go for a niche, are you like, oh, I want to do only TV series, and what kind of series? There's a lot of thought going on behind it. It's not just whatever movie I feel like I'll do. I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't realize is they think that way. And also, sometimes it just happens that different reaction channels are reacting to the same movie. We're not in cahoots. We're not planning that. It's just a sheer coincidence. Sometimes some people in Patreon tend to have support more than one creator, and so we'll suggest or vote on polls, and somehow the same movie ends up winning. So it's very interesting. It's weird how things work out. I have not seen The Darkest Secret in WoW video. I don't think I've ever heard of it. When it comes to editing, what's the matter? Never taken a shortcut. I need to rewatch Hot Fuzz. That's all I gotta say. My God, I feel like I'm gonna have a blast watching it again. Thank you, George. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you think so. Music, songs, and movie percent copyright? Yes. Yes, music and songs are a pain in the butt to deal with, just like nudity. And swearing is also an issue, and yeah, there's a lot of things that are issues for copyright. Nonsense, we're all part of world. We are to react the same thing for the greater good. The greater good. Yes, exactly. And like I got some people like, oh my god, you're watching Gladiator just because Gladiator 2 is coming out. I'm like, actually, Patreon voted on it. Sorry. Someone got so upset that I'm doing it just to get the views. I'm like, well, I mean, I'm watching movies to get views, yes, but I didn't choose, oh my god, I'm gonna do Gladiator because of this. I don't have the ability to plan that well. There's a holiday coming up. It's taking me at least a year to acknowledge that I should probably do something for Christmas and plan for it. 12 Angry Men recently, a lot of reacts came out around the same time. I like to say that I did it first. I don't know if I did, but I'm gonna pretend I did. Nudity is fun, not for copyright or not for YouTube blocking monetization. Lean to a Canadian movie of the month. Home such like Meatballs. I don't know many Canadian movies, to be honest. There is one that I've seen before, but I would love to rewatch. But Bon Cop, Bad Cop, which is French and English, I remember it being amazing, but I don't know if that would do well at all. No more than 6 seconds for the music. I think it depends on so many other things. Some people have 6 minutes and get claimed. Some people have 8. Did I say minutes? I mean seconds. Some people have 8 seconds. Some people have 4. And so there is no rhyme or reason, it seems. There's no solid, if you have less than this, you'll be fine always, because that's not how it works. Movie reaction, surprised you how well it did? Hot Fuzz, which I did with Run to the Movies. And yeah, I didn't expect it to do that well, but it did. Pleasantly surprised. Someone getting annoyed about what Fred... Yes, I know, Biggs. That's exactly it, Biggsy. It's just the things that people get upset about in YouTube comments. It doesn't affect me. I find it ridiculous how people get affected so much by certain things. It's absolutely mind-boggling. Franglais, yeah. Robert Patterson's... Oh, next year I want to start doing Batman, Batman, because there's Michael Keaton, George Clooney. I don't know if it goes Christian Bale after that. Oh wait, that dude who Adam West? I think he did Batman, right? I've seen that in Family Guy. I think. I would not want a monkey. I want a dog as a pet, basically. She requests Squid Game, The Boys Twilight Zone series. TV streaming, so TV reactions, they're harder to do because I have one long-running franchise on Patreon that I do. At the moment, I'm still in the Star Wars. And then aside from that, I don't want to start another long-running franchise, so I do series that have like 1 or 2 seasons. Squid Game is on there at some point. Next, I'm doing Fallout on Patreon. I'm hoping to get Arcane edited for YouTube in the next couple months. People complain about reacting too much on reaction videos. Yes, a lot of people say you talk too much. I'm like, so you want to just see facial expressions? Like, it gets boring, doesn't it? I don't know what Popeye the Slayer Man is, so no. X amount of points and lots of things cost points. Yes. Yes. Oh, life. Some people's views. Thank you, Doggy Punch Prime, also. I saw it and then I laughed and then, sorry, I'm slow on this. Some people's views are just made of paper and you haven't seen... yes, it's on Patreon, full length. I did watch it. So the way... I have a lot of extra movies that are full length on Patreon. So what I had for the past year is I had a producer tier where in that tier you got to request 1 movie a month. And also every month on Patreon, I do a marble winner race. And it's basically like pulling a name out of a hat, just more fun. And so if you're in whatever tier, TV series tier and up, you get automatically entered. And the winner, you get to choose a movie for me to watch. So Rush was a winner. I don't remember when. But I did watch it. Hans Zimmer doing music, the soundtrack. I'm always a fan. All right, run to movies. Thank you for stopping by. Enjoy the walk. Enjoy. Thank you, Donkey Punch Prime. Sometimes random things make me laugh. I haven't seen Stallone in enough to really know, which I like best. But right now, I would say Arnold. Fargo. I've heard that before. Isn't there a Fargo TV series also? I feel like I ask this every single time. You can list withheld Canadian movies, that's true. Or for people who are that affected by YouTube comments, the weak-minded. I mean, I try to not insult people or do stuff like that, so. 60s can't be Batman show. Okay, okay. Here's with Bam across the street. Okay, that's what it was. That's what it's from. I am so annoyed that you think it's ridiculous that people get upset about so many things. They do, but I'm just like, wouldn't your life just be so much better without that? I did enjoy Arcane. Arcane was really good. I'm not done second season yet, though. Postman Pat and Dark Universe. Yeah, so Star Wars, I have seen The Acolyte. I'm at Rebels right now, and then I've got Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, and Ahsoka after that, and I think that's all. Oh yeah, sorry, there's other Batmans. I forgot. I've done a couple of reactions with Run to the Movies. We've done Hot Fuzz and Red. Yes. What do I want to do? So I have a spreadsheet on Patreon. I do have a spreadsheet that has all the movies that I've watched and also links to them. So if you do want to check that out just easily, you can do so. It's the pin post on Patreon. If you can't find it or if it's too difficult, because sometimes it's hard finding stuff, just message me. I can send you the link. 21st March is the Marble pick. There we go. Thank you, Big Z. Am I an actress? Oh, yes, I am. And filmmaker. Los Dos. Which character did I hate the most in movies? Tom Cruise? Yes, I cannot stand people like that. And I get so much hate for it because people are like, yeah, the movie is about his story, his character, how he changes his character art is really good, which it is. I still don't like the person. I still don't like the character. It doesn't mean I have to automatically like a character if they're in a movie. So Skeleton Crew is not something I'm going to watch. I'm not a huge fan of kids in movies, especially if it's like a group of kids. So I tend to try to stay away from them unless someone I trust has said it's worth watching it. That's usually what I do if there's a movie that has kids as the main cast. If there's one child, usually they're more mature, they're more tolerable. But if there's a group of kids, I will hesitate greatly before watching it. Lots of the prequels. I love the prequels. Prequels are amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, sequels. I was fine with them. I was the most excited during a certain scene in the sequels that I've like ever been, and because I've been waiting for it since like I think the original trilogy. I was fine with the sequels. I liked it. All right, so next question, because this has taken a while and I get distracted easily. This is the next question. So, if I were to win a 30-day vacation with all expenses covered, which country or region would I go to? That is a very good question. So, the min-maxer in me is thinking somewhere very expensive, but deep down, I think I just want to be away from people. I feel like New Zealand would be pretty nice. Or Japan, maybe. I think those would be the two places that I would want to visit. This is assuming that the 30-day vacation is only in one location. If it was 30-day, all expenses paid, could be anywhere. I think I would want to do a 30-day in Europe. I would go chocolate tasting. Oh my, I would try so many different chocolates. Maybe that's what I would do, a chocolate tour across Europe. I think that would be fun. Oh my God, that'd be so nice. Getting distracted is definitely chat's fault. 100%. I blame chat. I agree, Pixie. Niche TV series Wonderfalls? Are we not supposed to go chasing them or? Fly away home. All I can think of is like birds flying away from home. Super 8? I don't know what Super 8 is. I would 100% New Zealand because I would want to go to the Shire. Lord of the Rings stuff. I want to see mountains, Gandalf. Places are terrible from being away from people? Okay. I would find a way for sure. Planning redoing Star Wars The Last Jedi. I don't know. I feel like they've been planning on doing so many different Star Wars things, and I feel like so many get canceled, and so I don't know what they're doing. I'm just waiting to see what's going to come out and then see then. I don't really pay attention to what's in the works or what they're talking about because things get canceled all the time. 30 days on the ISS? I would need to try out to see if I could get motion sick first. Because that would not be good. I get motion sickness in a car. I don't know how it would be going on the ISS. Getting away from people in Japan. For Japan, I would like to go a lot to like small villages and stuff. Then again, the expenses paid wouldn't be that much, maybe. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Someone got it. Gears of War TV series? A game would make an amazing TV show? I don't know. Gears of Wars. The Gears of... Is that it? That's a... It's a first-person game, isn't it? I guess. Or a third-person shooting game? I don't know what it is, but I can guarantee you that's a game I cannot play. Sadly. Duke and Zero G isn't pretty. It would be everywhere. Hey John, I did do a couple of collaborations with Run to the Movies. I haven't thought of. I'm not far ahead enough or good at planning ahead enough to do any collaborations at the moment. Hopefully next year I will though. We'll see. Probably the worst possible game series for you to play. Okay. I was like, the name sounds like it's a game series that I can't play. I cannot play it. I cannot play. There's a difference between not being able to play it and just haven't gotten around to it, sadly. I get motion sick, so any first-person games I cannot play. Any third-person games that have a camera that moves without my input, like if it follows the character where I'm facing, I can't play it. If it zooms in and out without me specifically saying to zoom in and out, like automatic zooming in when trying to look through a sniper, I can't play it. How do I keep it such a great figure? Regular chocolate, some candy, some food. I just watch what I eat. That's basically it. Okay. Next question. There we go. This right here. 90% tourists when you step outside. I feel like that's the thing, right? That's why a nice, relaxing country home would be great. Hey, Durkin, how are you? If I said it wrong, I'm sorry. I'm on a seafood diet. Whatever food I see, I eat. Okay, so next question. Have you ever bailed on a movie? Like you started to do a reaction and either didn't like the movie or didn't like the way your reaction was going and just stopped. I don't have to say what movie it was. I don't think so. I don't think I've ever purposely stopped a reaction. I've accidentally had one failed reaction because I don't know what happened, but I started watching Lion King 2 and I guess I wasn't recording properly, or I started recording and then it stopped partway through and I didn't notice. And so that was a quarter finished reaction that will never see the day because, yeah, unfortunately. But that's only happened once. And aside from that, I don't think I've ever bailed on a movie. Hey, the unfulfilled one, how are you? Is Romulus the latest one? Seafood. I'm glad you like it, Jackie. But aside from that, yeah, I don't think there's a movie that I tried to do a reaction for that I was like, I'm just not interested. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm trying to think. There are some reactions that I think were pretty negative, but I need to rewatch my reaction to know if it's just me overthinking it or it actually being negative. Do you like gladiator movies? Have you ever been inside a Turkish prison? All right, Steve, have a great weekend. Thank you for stopping by. I'm glad you were here. I'm glad you enjoyed the reactions too. Hardest movie to watch you reacted was Saving Private Ryan. That was honestly, the movie was great. The movie was great. The comment section was not. So I said it happens during some kind of war, and people got so upset. They're like, how do you not know about the world wars? And I'm like, no, I just don't know which war it happened in. And so many comments were so upset. And they're like, oh my God, what a failed education system you have. I'm like, no, I don't learn about when movies take place. So that was absolutely ridiculous. And so on the plus side, people listened to my intro, I guess. But so many people thought that I didn't know that wars were a thing. And I was like, okay, whatever, you do you. They made a sequel, yeah. Lion King 2 in business being that good. Excellent sequel. It had big shoes. I think it was great. I really enjoyed it, which is why I'm ashamed. I'm bummed that I didn't record it. That sucks. A free screening of Semi-Pro. I don't even know what that is. And you were homeless at the time? I've never heard of Semi-Pro. Is that why? Because it's terrible? The last Bond? Have you? I have not. So Bond is another franchise I need to watch. I have played GoldenEye 64, and so I knew of Pierce Brosnan as James Bond. And then Daniel Craig. I don't know the ones before, but I know Sean Connery was one. One of the dudes in Hot Fuzz was, I guess, supposedly. Movie, I'll never forget when you put one out and someone in the comments like, she's clearly already seen this. So stupid. No one cares. No. I get a lot of those because I do piece stuff together and then people are just saying, you've seen this before, or there's no reason you should be able to put this together or whatever. And I'm like, okay, buddy, moving on. I've seen The Room. Great movie. Love it. I wish I hadn't seen it so I could react. Well, I saw it years ago. I might try to watch it again, but we'll see. It's absolutely hilarious. It's just so bad it's good. I didn't abandon it. I thoroughly had fun watching it because of what it was. Jaws and Airplane. Oh, I'm glad, Steve. Those were great movies. I'm so glad I watched Jaws before seeing Airplane, though, because the whole intro scene, I was like, oh, I'm so glad. A lot of keyboard experts out there. I know, right? I know. Those comments, like they expected you to know it was World War II just from the cover fire. I know, right? Is it because of I don't even know what the hold on a second. What is their outfit? I mean, you know, you can see a helmet and part of their uniform, so obviously, and there's a guy walking in gear with a gun. So how could I not know it was in World War II? Seriously, some people are just. It makes me realize there's a lot of people I would never want to meet in person. Like, if this is what you get upset about, you must be fun at parties. It's not the kind of people I would enjoy being around with at all. Don't call me buddy pal. I feel like I know where that's from. Don't call me pal friend. I don't know what it's from. That response to that nonsense? You do you, buddy. Yeah, someone said something. They seemed pretty upset about it, and then so I responded, "That's just like your opinion, man," which is a quote from, I think it's from The Big Lebowski, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen it yet. I just know the quote, and the dude lost it. He was saying I need thicker skin and stuff, and I was like, I need thicker skin. Oh yeah, hi unfulfilled one. Sorry I didn't say hi. I saw it and then I got distracted and then yeah. Saving Private Ryan sequel, the Shaving Ryan's Private, is that it? What if the movie called The Goblet of Fire would have a goblet with fire in it? Outrage. I know! How could I know? Harry, did you put your name in the goblet? Or did you? I don't remember what it is, but he said calmly, did you put your name in the goblet of fire? Fire! I need a slight Irish accent as far as I know. Actor doesn't get mad or sad or happy like that. That's the thing. Sometimes I won't. Sometimes I don't get sad because there's a character that's pissing me off, and so I'm just like, watch this actor artist. I don't know if I will. I don't know if that's a movie that I would enjoy, to be honest. Just because of the cast. Where goes to parties? No. Just your opinion, dude? Oh, I don't know. Go give the source. Can't do that. I know a lot of quotes that I don't know where they're from. I just know they exist, and one day I'll see them in movies. Hey, Clays, how are you? Welcome, welcome. American Werewolf in London. London. Oh my god. Wonder what that's about. You know what? I think. Isn't that where the dude like wrestles a crocodile in Australia? Maybe? I'm not sure. Superpower would I have? Can I have invincibility? If no, maybe I don't want to live forever. But if not, then read people's minds, but I'd be able to turn it on and off at will. Pop quiz, hotshot. Yeah, okay, so there's things like that that happened, and then people automatically think I've seen it before. So when I watched Speed, in my intro, I said pop quiz, what movie stars Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock? And turns out in the movie, they say pop quiz. And I'm like, I swear that is just a coincidence. I don't know how that happened, but it just did. And same with, there was another one. It happens a couple of times that I say, oh, a Demolition Man, when the dude said, oh, his name is Simon, I'm like, oh, Simon Says, and they do that. And I'm like, I swear this is a coincidence again. And so, yeah. I understand how people think I've seen this before because it's like, what a freak coincidence. But yeah. It's always fun seeing you discover the source of a quote during a video. His name was Robert Paulson. Yes! Yes! I blame Spork for that one because he kept saying that when I was streaming on Twitch, and I was like, I don't get it. And then it happens in the movie. I was like, Oh my god! It's your first time here? Well, welcome. This is madness. That's all I can say. I'm glad you're here, though. Feel free to chime in, troll, not troll. Be comfortable. Do the intro after you watch the movie sometimes. I've never done that. I've never done an intro before or after I've seen the movie. I always do them before. And so a literal freak coincidence. I feel like if you would have seen it, you would not notice it one of the quotes. Well, that's the thing. I feel like if I was purposely reacting to a movie that I had seen before, I would not want to say anything that would give it away that I had seen it before, right? Like, wouldn't that be what you would do? Like, if I watch Lord of the Rings, um, I'm not going to be like, oh, it's a gift. Why don't they use it? And then Boromir says it right after and be like, oh my God, how did I know he would say that? Right? Like, I'm not going to do that kind of thing. And so I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm psychic. Possibly. Yeah, the lake house is, I didn't know that. Had I known that, I probably still would have said it. Am I good at math? Sorry, that's a 1S, kind of. 1S. Singular math. Yes, I love math. I thought your intro would be recorded after the reaction was done, actually. I mean, so the way that I do it is that my intro is my first initial thoughts and whatever, and then I see the movie, and then my outro is like my outro thoughts, my final thoughts after the movie. So that's how I've always treated intro and outro. It is all your fault, Spork. It's not your fault, Spork. It's not your fault. Line of a movie. No, guys, I promise I've never seen this movement before. I mean, if I watched Lord of the Rings, react to it, I could literally say all the lines in the first movie. Or I could at one point. I don't think I can anymore. Do you ever cut out parts where you get emotional on film, or is that juiciest material that never gets cut? Sometimes if I have a negative reaction, or I'm just like, oh my God, I hate this character so much, sometimes I try to minimize the amount that we have my eye rolling or my face palming or my annoyance. That's basically the only thing that I would limit. The tumbler, oh, this. You drink one of these a day and you're good. Verowak pun when I was, yes, I am honestly so proud of that one. Math Damon. How perfect is that? I am extremely proud of myself for that. I mention it every now and then because I'm just so proud of it. Have you ever enjoyed the music, such as soundtracks by John Williams? Ever played along with the music? What do you mean by played along? I do, like, there's a lot of movie soundtracks. I'm like, oh my God, I know this. And so, like, I hum along with it. But I don't know if there's going to be talking during the movie when it happens. So I don't say it out loud. I don't like talking over people. So I don't. I want to see Naked Gun at some point. Because I saw Airplane. Naked Gun is on the watch list. Hard to get through life these days without tangentially getting exposed to lines and quotes from a movie that you otherwise know nothing about. Exactly. Exactly. And so, but I don't know where they're from. I don't know what context. And so being able to see it in a movie and picking up on it, I think is great. Like in Terminator, I'll be back. I thought it was going to be like this big epic moment. And so when he said it, I was like, oh, this is the scene he says it. So in my mind, I had it built up that it was going to be like such an amazing epic scene, and like there's going to be like music throughout, and oh, it's going to be like heart-wrenching or really important. And then I'm like, oh, okay. Would you watch Mr. Bean if you haven't already? My mom didn't like Mr. Bean, so I don't think I ever saw much. I don't know if I would enjoy it, to be honest. I don't know. Minimalized for last week for sure for Temple of Doom. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, for Willie, I tried to cut out most of her screaming, most of her lines, most of her scenes because it was just like, for most of it. Have I ever been to Texas? I have not. I've been to a couple of places, states in the US. New York, Las Vegas. Uh, Jesus Murphy, the state it's in. Is that it? Have I gone anywhere else? I may have had some stopovers, some layovers to go to like Mexico, Dominican Republic, but not anywhere around it. Epic moment, you drove across it. Yeah, but it's anyway, to me it's not a big epic moment. You never troll? Oh, that's good. She was written that way, that's fine. I still don't like the character. The character can be written how they want. It doesn't mean everyone's gonna love the character automatically. See Tom Cruise in Rain Man. He has a character arc, that's fine. I still don't like the character. Nevada, there we go. I was like, Las Vegas. Yeah. That place. New York is, yeah, I know, because, thanks for, I said New York, but I was thinking, but yeah, anyways, whatever. You could see where the disconnect went. I have not seen enough Westerns to know if I like them. All right, so this is coming from Patreon questions now from our resident dildo, sorry, Spork. I may not be able to make the stream, so that was a lie. So my question is, why didn't you consult me before scheduling? Spork, I already knew you were going to be there, so I didn't have to ask you. I just intrinsically knew you were going to be there. So why do I need to consult you if I already know these things? Yeah, the actress didn't like it. I know some people did like it. I've seen in the comments that a lot of people did like her. They like a damsel in distress, and they thought that she was great, and a lot of people would react like that. That's fine. Not my character. Is that the only time in history a dildo and sport got confused? I certainly hope so. But we all know nudity is a pain in the butt. So. You didn't mishear. No, that's his name in Discord. I don't watch sports, so I don't have a favorite sports team. That's one aspect that I just have no interest in. I've never really cared for sports. Yes, I am Canadian, and no, I don't watch hockey. Perfect timing. See, Spork, it's like this is all planned. It's like I knew. Oh, this is a good question. Whoops. Oh, there we go. Not curling, no. It is still a sport. What is the total atomic weight of an H2O molecule? So O is 16, I believe, and H is 1, so 18. There might be some decimals, but I'm pretty sure it's 18 something. 18 point something, something, something. I don't mind if the movie has damsel in distress when all they do the entire time is scream and they say, yeah, not my character. That's all I could say. New York is a hell of a town. Crime rate's up and then morale is down. Is that... So I know in Simpsons, they say, I think Simpsons has a New York song. Is that the same one? Is that what it's from? A pet name for Spork, maybe. You've probably asked this many times. Verowak. So my nickname, Vero, Vero, is short form of my name. And as a kid, I watched Pokemon, and my brothers called me Verowak because Marowak, a Pokemon, and Vero, so Verowak. And so I've adopted it as an adult. So that's where it's from. If a guy took you to the movies and used that yawning, put his arm around, would that work? No, it would not. 10 out of 10. they would never try it again. 5 out of 6 voices in my head, like your reaction, man. Hey, what's wrong with that 6th one? Gonna have a given talking to. Hitchcock classic, Vertigo, Psycho, North by Northwest. I do at some point want to watch some Hitchcock. I don't know when exactly. Why is it for Wakanda? I'm Vero and I'm from Wakanda, so Verowak, yeah. And what else can I say? You see, this is why I like being around myself. I can make myself laugh with my nonsense. And sometimes people pick up on it, and it makes me smile. Strange Polish reference? Ah, no, not at all. Springfield. Yeah, exactly. Rear Window was on a poll, I believe, in Patreon. Pokemon Marowak, yes, exactly. I played some Pokemon Go, not much, though. Not much. Jaws the Revenge? Absolute best, worst movie ever made. That sounds about as good as I expect it to be. Okay, next question. Can the next Q&A stream be Hot Ones style? Never thought of that. Maybe, but I feel like that would be tough to do. Most likely no, just because I hate hearing people's chewing noises. And so I don't want to eat while streaming. Unless I mute it, and so I'd have to mute and unmute all the time, and I'm not interested in that. So eating streams and stuff like that, I'm not a fan just because I hate hearing it, and I don't want to do that if I don't like hearing it. So I like the idea, but realistically, if anything, it would need to be a video that I can edit and remove any kind of noises. Start following me because my Andor reaction? You think I'll react? Yes. Andor season 2, I am on board. Whenever I don't know if there's a release date, but I'll be rewatching Andor season 1 right beforehand anyways, just to really get into it. Because I'm so excited for that. That's like, that and The Last of Us season 2, I'm super excited for next year. Really think that when you eat something that is rather smudgy and use your hands to eat it, you should press the mute, unmute button a lot. Yeah, but I don't want to, anyways, logistically, I don't want to have to deal with all of that for eating. Hot Ones is great. The beauty is the research the team does. Oh yeah, I love how the questions, a lot of times the guests are like, where did you find this? How did you find this out? And just the amount of research that goes in and the original questions that you come up with, I think is amazing. It's absolutely fantastic. I would love to be on Hot Ones. Hopefully, maybe one day, probably not. Wait for Andor season 2. I know. Is there a release date? Does anyone know? Movies about gangsters. I don't know. Have I seen some? I feel like maybe. I don't know. My brown coat. I want to get it edited for YouTube at some point. I just have so much to do, and editing takes a while. So it's all on Patreon. And full-length reactions. It's not edited, but one day I do hope to be able to edit them for YouTube. Hot One Rachel Ray style and spoon the sauces. But then I don't get the boneless wings. Andor and Mando were the only good live action star. I would disagree. I haven't seen Mandalorian yet, anyways. Very hot sauces, what's not to like? Some of them, sometimes I can't listen to them because of the chewing noises. I'm like, I don't care who this is, I can't stand it. Or I lower the volume so I just read the subtitles. Do you like philosophy? Not particularly. 22nd April. Oh, April. Oh, okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna have to try to. Thank you, Big Z. I'm gonna try to know this. So March, I'll watch Andor, or beginning of April, I'll watch Andor, and then I'll watch season 2. Ooh, I'm so excited. I don't know what glamping is, so I can't answer that question. Hollow Knight picture. Yes. All right. There, this little dude. Silk Song? I don't know. I mean, I hope so. I think so. I wish that they never revealed it so we wouldn't have the waiting around. But at the same time, I get it. I liked Obi-Wan Kenobi series. The thing I didn't like about it was the running scene, but that's that. Christmas movies come December. Somebody good selection. Yep, I have a bunch already. I do have a poll. Everyone, if you haven't yet, can you please vote here for Christmas movie? So basically, it's a poll on YouTube. Scrooged from 1988 with Bill Murray and Elf with Will Ferrell are tied. So please get rid of that tie. If not, I'll be choosing and I'll make people upset. Spaghetti Westerns? Never seen them. I've seen True Grit. The latest one. I think that might be the only Western I've seen. Trailer for Secret Level. I typically don't watch trailers just because I don't remember the last time I watched a trailer actually, just because I like going into movies. Secret Level sounds like a video game though, but I just like going into things with no knowledge. Glamorous camping? I didn't know that was a thing. I'm in Canada. This is not the US. We don't just have guns. Practicing back in February 2019. Yeah, I think that's a mistake just because people are so impatient and very, very opinionated type things, so. Who are tied him up, it isn't head and shoulders above the rest of the criminal. I don't know. I have no real experience with Christmas movies except for what I've seen last year, basically. Yeah, it may have ruined the series for you, but I think the series was great. I really enjoyed it. What film am I most eagerly anticipating? I don't even know if there's a movie I'm anticipating. There's 2 series next year, Andor season 2 and Last of Us season 2. I don't know of movies. I mean, my next short film, obviously. Anthology series for different video game franchises. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Why are so many YouTube reactors from Canada? I don't know. I have no idea. But I have seen that there's quite a few of us, and I'm like, I don't know why. What are those questions? So many questions, I know. Right, okay, I'm going on to the next question now. Another one from Discord. If you could visit any place in the world, where would it be and why? I think to visit, I honestly think visiting, I would really like New Zealand. The biggest hang up for me right now is just the traveling time, because I don't feel like being sick for a day. But there's a lot of places in Canada that I want to explore. I'm trying to think where I would like. But then again, I also want to go. I would like to say like the 7 wonders of the world. I don't even know if there's more. And when I was younger, there were 7. There might be more now. I don't know. There's so many places I'd love to visit. There's also a lot of places in Europe that I want to go to. Like in the UK, so I've watched a lot of Top Gear. And so I would like to just go in the UK and visit different places. Just like, rent a car, avoid roundabouts, and travel around and see what there is. See where I can go without getting into any roundabouts. Yeah, I can ride a horse. Not good, but I can. Yeah, Lord of the Rings. New Zealand for Lord of the Rings, yeah. I get sick when flying. I get sick in a car. I get sick in a train. I get sick in a boat. I get sick in any moving vehicle. I get sick. I think I would enjoy it too. You silly a bit, but Kid Leo was amazing throughout and final episode of the message. Yeah, I don't know. I loved Ella, also her name. Is fantastic. I love that character. Hope that was radio silence and updates the majority of the time. Patience does run out at some point, yes. Yes. Very expensive, long flight from here in the UK, sadly. So I've been to the UK. I went to London and Ireland, and that was when Air Iceland, there was a really cheap airfare. So I went there. I think it was either $99 or $199. I don't remember which one it was. But yeah, it was very cheap when I went. I don't think it's there anymore. There's no place on Earth you'd like to visit? I mean, I think that's great if you have a different interest. That's awesome. Because the reaction audience is mostly American. Americans are secretly in love with Canadians. Is it because we're just so polite, eh? Avoid roundabouts. Yeah, that's like one of the biggest things. I don't want to be stuck in a roundabout while driving in the opposite direction. In the wrong direction, sorry. We have roundabouts in Canada. People don't know how to use them, so I hate them. I got T-boned in one, so I think I'm good. People are morons. I don't like driving. I love driving. I don't like other people driving. Magic roundabouts? I don't even know. Is that like a roundabout within a roundabout with like 3 other roundabouts around the roundabout? I don't know. You show about 3 reactors driving broken cars. I would love to be in like a Top Gear type show. I just wouldn't talk about cars because I don't know anything about cars. I could drive them. I love driving them. I like that would be amazing, but yeah. Do I jog a lot? I don't jog a lot, no. My mom gets motion sickness. She's the only one in my family, aside from me. It was really cheap, yeah. If I'm driving, if I'm in control, then I don't get sick. It wasn't Ryanair, no, it was from Canada to the UK. It went out of business shortly after we got back, thankfully. I mean, thankfully after we got back. Large pebble in your shoe for motion sickness? I don't see how that would help, but no, I haven't. I'll say frig. I don't particularly care for swearing, though I've learned that douchebag, douche nozzle, that kind of stuff is considered a swear, I guess, in some places. So I guess I swear a lot, just not in the typical swear. First flight was super cheap. Airline called Cougar. None of the windows lined up with the seat. Well, that's a terrible experience. Oh, I'll just have an in-between window seat, please. No. I don't have any tattoos. I don't think there's anything I'm really passionate about enough to want to get a tattoo for. Cost of flying from here to New Zealand. Oh, okay. Toronto originally, I know it used to be fairly cheap to fly to and from here. Not so much now, though. Flying Canada is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Expensive. Driver skills are terrible. Yeah, like the cop didn't know how a roundabout worked. I was like, there's yield signs everywhere. They have to, so the way that it works here is whoever's in the roundabout, you have right of way, and people going into the roundabout, you have to yield to them. If there's 2 lanes, you have to yield to both lanes. But people think, I just have to yield to my lane, and they ignore the other lane. So then they're like, one person went through, and then you're in the second lane, and it's T-bone. That's how it works. Morons. I could, yeah. So if I learned to fly a plane, I would be okay. Like unless I do purposely zigzag through things, like if I could make myself sick if I was driving, but I think many people can make themselves sick if they were driving. But just driving normally, I'm fine with me driving, not other people. Hey, Mike, another one from Texas. Hello and welcome. Gertrude tattooed for sure. Gertrude doesn't return my calls. I don't call that a good friend. You'd be any Star Wars character, who would it be and why? As in, like, I'd be a self-insert into it and I could change things, or I would have to be like that character, you know? Because I would be whoever's most powerful. For good, of course. Favorite type of music? Late 90s, early 2000s punk slash rock. Is that a thing in your life? You must usually be in control of most things. Nope. If it's someone I trust, I don't. If it's a random stranger, not interested in following what they have to say. Okay. Next question, because I'm good at this. What book or movie do you think has left the biggest impression on you? That's a good question. I guess it depends in what way. Impression as in like life-changing or entertainment. Um oh, that is tough. Because there's also a big impression like in terms of filmmaking. Okay, okay. So I'm gonna figure this out. What movies? I'm trying to think. I'm just going through my list of movies at the moment. Biggest impression. Oh my God, this is a tough one. Okay, so I'm going to go with. Okay, so I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Hot Fuzz in terms of filmmaking because the script is absolutely fantastic. It is so tight and every single word matters so much. There's no wasted words and everything is so well crafted. I think that would be the one. That's a movie that I've realized just how much fun you can have with callbacks. You can say something earlier in the movie and go back to it later or have it mean something or be important for whatever reason. And that's really made me think, wow, I want to do some movies like this where the dialogue is just so amazing. I think that that might be it for me in terms of filmmaking. I think every movie leaves an impression on me for various reasons. And also, I didn't realize how many movies or TV series, or even just Star Wars in general, says for the greater good. And so Hot Fuzz has ruined it for me in sense that I always laugh. Every time I hear someone say, "Oh, we're doing this for the greater good," I'm like, "Oh, really now? The greater good, are you?" And it's just insane just how many times it's said. Because I think they say it in Andor. I think Saw Gerrera says it. And I was like, the greater good? I was like, what? About Schmidt. I don't think I've heard of it. Sadly, just flying by visit tonight. Okay, that's okay. Thanks for stopping by, though. It was greatly appreciated. Oh, I hope Lynn does get well. Yes. Oh, I hope it's nothing serious. I really do hope that she gets well soon, ASAP. Treat her well. Make sure you pamper her, spoil her. If there's a certain movie she likes, You could watch that tonight. Get well in. Please do. I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee. Classic Disney movie should be remade. I don't think so. I don't think there should be. I don't think there's a Disney movie that should be remade. What's wrong with? I haven't seen many Disney movies, so maybe that's why. But why would we need to remake them? Have I seen or will I watch Star Trek? I have seen Galaxy Quest. So when I was younger, I saw a handful of Voyager episodes. I don't know how many. Less than 10 for sure. I don't know how many there are, but I do want to watch Star Trek at some point. So once I finish Star Wars on Patreon, it might be Stargate or Star Trek that I'm starting up after that. Because what I like to do on Patreon is have one long running franchise and then have another TV series that I watch. Minor injury to make her not. Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad. Whew. Minor injury. In terms of injuries, minors are better than majors. I'm glad. I just want people to be happy and healthy. Movies or movie genres that are hard no for you. In general, no. But after, like, if I watch a couple of comedies, I can't watch more. I need to get, like, some serious, some depressing, some sad, some dramatic movies in before I can watch more comedies. Same with, like, war movies. If I watch too much of them, then I don't want them anymore. So I need a break from them. So it's very situational. It's depending on a lot of things. Like saying for the greater good, it's coarse and rough, irritating, it gets everywhere. Oh, Anakin. 7 seasons? Okay, okay. Okay, so so I haven't seen a lot of it in the big scheme of things. Okay, so I will go to the next question. So I hope that answers your question, Big Z. Hot fuzz for filmmaking. A Gladiator for the ending not being everyone is happy in the end type thing. Anyways, I could go on. I feel like I could go through every movie that I've reacted to and say what I really enjoyed about them. There's always something I enjoy about a movie, even if it's terrible. There's going to be something. I think that's where my perspective comes in, where a lot of people are like, oh my God, this movie's trash. I'm like, yeah, but there's going to be something good about it. So even watching a terrible movie, I'm going to enjoy something about it. So, yeah. Okay. And now we got another one. Is there an actor you've really come to appreciate since starting your reaction channel, and did that surprise you? So I had never really seen Alan Rickman before before I started this reaction channel. So he was such a pleasant surprise to have in different roles. Like, so I started Harry Potter and he was great. I loved him in it. And just his dramatic, his serious scenes were fantastic. And then I saw him in Die Hard and I was like, oh, this is a surprise. I was not expecting that. He was so different, so much younger. It was amazing. And then I saw him in Galaxy Quest. Also such a fantastic movie. So I think there are a lot of actors that I've come to appreciate a lot, Sam Rockwell being one of them, and I will watch Moon. It has been in so many Patreon polls. It has never won, but at some point I'm just going to say, screw you guys, I'm watching it. There's also, so one that surprised me was Tom Cruise. So I'm talking about actor Tom Cruise, not person, what he does in his personal life or all that stuff. Not talking about that whatsoever. But as an actor, it is remarkable to see him like in Mission Impossible. I've seen him in Rain Man, hated him, but I think he did a good job because he played the character so well, which in turn made me hate the character. So Tom Cruise is really, to me, remarkable. He's so dedicated. I think that's what it is just his dedication to it is amazing. I need to see him in more. Collateral, I think, is one of the movies I needed to see him in. There's a couple other Tom Cruise movies I need to see. Oh, wait, there's one more Mission Impossible coming out next year. Anyway, so I think that's one actor that I didn't think I would enjoy seeing, but there's way more to it than I originally expected. And so, yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, really excited to see him in different roles, to see what he does. Let me just see. I don't know what, but I think those are it. I feel like there's a few more actors that I'm like, oh, actually, Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford. When I first saw him in the original trilogy, I didn't really much care for him as Han Solo. I was like, okay, I know a lot of people love him. That's fine. I was like, oh, he doesn't really strike me as special or anything. But the more I see him in movies, the more I actually do appreciate him. I think the older he gets, the more I like him in roles. And so I think he does a good job. I think he also picks really good movies. So there's that. Alan Rickman roles, Dogma. Oh, Hitchhiker's Guide. Sam Rockwell is in that. That's on my list to watch. And then I'll have to read the book. I heard a Christmas movie. Well, yeah, it takes place during Christmas. Gary Oldman. What have I seen him in? Oh, yes. Harry Potter. Splah. He's, oh, dude. Oh my God, what the hell's his name? I keep thinking Severus. It's not Severus. Damn it. Stop thinking that. Oh, Sirius. Sirius. There's an S. Sirius Black. That's right. Do you ever go to the cinema anymore? Or only watch it at home? Do you sometimes forget watching a film? Not watching? I never used to go to the cinema. So the only time I did go to the cinema is I worked at a movie theater. That's the only time I went because I went when it was not busy. I don't like doing group things, being around people. And so usually going to the cinema means having people there. I did try to watch a movie once in the cinema, hated the experience. I could hear people chewing, could hear people talking. That was not my fun. I much prefer watching movies at home. I could be in my pajamas. I can have whatever snack I want. If I want to, I can pause. I don't have to deal with people talking around me, being around me, saying things. I don't like going to the cinema. So there is no movie that I thought I would like to have seen this in cinema. I mean, if it's a solo room, if it was only me, then yeah, I would watch it in the cinemas. But the movie going experience to me detracts too much from enjoying the movie. So no. Why so serious? H8 book? Is that the Hitchhiker book? Bram Stoker's Dracula. I've heard that name before, but I don't, aside from Dracula, I don't know anything about it. The Professional? Never heard of Close My Eyes. There's a lot of movies I've not heard of before. President cinemas are now crazy. It would only go with something I really wanted to see at one. Another reason I don't have to pay for, I don't have to pay for, you know what? If I had to pay for a movie ticket price in order to see it at home instead of going to the theaters, I would do that. So whatever how much it is, I would rather pay that to watch it at home than go to the theater. Apart from Tom Hanks, hey Jim, how are you? Gary Oldman is your favorite actor, just so versatile, blow your socks off with every performance. I've seen like a image with a lot of different Gary Oldman characters, and he looks different in all of them. And so I think he's one of those actors who really is a chameleon and can blend into whatever character he plays, which is amazing. Are there food movie places that would change your mind? Probably not. Can't bear hearing people eating. It's awful. It honestly, it enrages me to the point that I want to leave and I get upset. So misophonia is a thing, and I hate it. I hate going to potlucks. I hate going to places during food because people are eating, people are chewing with their mouths open. I can't stand it. So that's one of the big things where I don't like being around people, especially if there's food involved. People can't go 2 hours without feeling racist. I love weird movies. I like movies that I'm just like, what? Like Blade Runner. I'm like, I want to rewatch this at some point because I'm sure there's a lot of things I missed. Also, doing reactions, we need lights to light up our face. If I turn them off, you won't see anything. And so it does sometimes make it a bit harder to see things in um on movie. So for example, if I turn off the lights, you'll see this. And so you can't really see any reaction. So I need lights on um, to capture my face. So sometimes it does hurt when a movie is dark. Like Blade Runner, I'm like, what am I trying to see? What am I looking at? So yeah. Fuel and parking. Things like that is fine for me. Like honestly, I used to work out of town for construction engineering, and so driving is not an issue. Fuel is not an issue. That kind of stuff is okay if I'm doing something I enjoy. If it's the actual act of being around the people and hearing them chew, talk, whatever, distracting, that I don't enjoy. That is literally the only thing stopping me. Price, I would be fine with if it's something I would do to have fun. I don't know who Clive Owen. Wait, Clive Owen, is that the dude in not No Country for Old Men, but Children of Men? That's a movie I need to see. Hitchhiker's Boat movie. Okay, okay. I've never seen it just as HH, but I figured it'd be Hitchhikers. Pie eating contest. We can just in our own separate rooms. Make a key lime pie. Verowak silhouette reacts, yeah. And then people will say I still talk too much. Theaters never bothered you. At the office, on the other hand, oh my god, yes, offices are terrible. Everyone's like always like, oh, let's go eat together. I'm like, no thanks, I'm good. I'm good. Rewatched Blade Runner the other night with just some ambient lights and the soundbar subwoofer turned way up. Loved every second of it. That would be pretty nice. Looks like you were wrong, but IRL stuff get in the way. Hey there, Orange Lion. Welcome. I did go through your question though, from was it on Patreon? I think I did go through it already. 4K to transfers becoming a game changer. Movies that were hard to see detailed before certainly aren't. That would be nice. Would you do a reaction video with the lights off and you were wearing glow-in-the-dark paint on your face? That would be hilarious. I would have fun doing it. It would have to be for a comedic movie, though. I wouldn't be able to do that for a serious movie because I would be smiling and laughing too much. I would need to have like glow-in-the-dark on my teeth also to make it even better. Movie scenes where people are eating, this is what I do. Either Willie screaming or if there's chewing in movie scenes, I take these off and I will read the subtitles instead. Have you tried doing what I do and not get annoyed about people chewing? Just have bad hearing. I'll try to avoid the bad hearing for as much as possible. So your truck driver can't stand people. Need to ask someone where to park the truck, unload it, done and done. That makes sense. The questions I've really come to appreciate. Yes. Yes, I have. All right. Next question. We're getting through these slowly but surely, everyone. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you are. Okay, so have you ever been to Europe? Which countries have you visited? Which would you like to visit? So I have gone to Europe. I've gone, basically the UK, I think is the only place I've really gone. mostly London and Dublin and like surroundings. I went there so with my mom, which we're both motion sick, so we didn't do a lot of traveling around. A lot of it was like going one place, walking around, checking out the places, doing that. We've seen a few castles, but we can't really do public transportation very well, neither of us. So it was a different kind of trip, which I enjoyed it. But those are the only places we've been to. I think, or I've been to. I think we were there for 2 weeks. And just got to say, it didn't rain when we were there. So I don't know why people in the UK keep complaining that it's raining all the time. It rained like maybe 5% of the time I was there. So it's a very dry country. Trust me, I was there. I took like my readings and everything. Plug up your headphone for a bit. How many times has that happened? Definitely Temple of Doom. Happened decent amount of times in that movie. I feel like there's another movie I was watching and I did this for this chewing sound, but I don't remember what it was. It hasn't happened much. I know of a few movies that have scenes that have chewing. And so I don't know when they happen. I just know that they exist because that is something you definitely want to know. Particular character, I'm not reading that, sorry. Enjoying this, appreciate the reactions, seen all the movies you watched, definitely here to watch. I'm glad. Study this anti-rain ability seems to possess for the sake of all the UK. Maybe I'm the anti-rain solution. I think that's it. I mean, if I was there and it didn't rain when I was there, that seems to be the only thing. Or my mom. It could be that. I don't know which one. So I'll have to go to the UK without my mom to see if it rains. And if it does rain, then she's probably the anti-rain. Temple of Doom was the first time I saw you take them off. I don't blame you for it. Oh my god, I just couldn't. Oh, I did this for during the Pacific. Certain war movies that have a lot of guns firing, I get so sick of hearing guns firing. So I do that sometimes. I don't know why I even have them in here. There is no sound. But yeah, so that's another thing is war movies that have repetitive like gunfire all the time. I get so sick of it. So I did that for the Pacific at some point. Know about the rain in London? Went to Canterbury recently. It rained for 6 days straight. Entire cliche. That's like, yeah, but if if I was there, it probably wouldn't have rained. Still a great place to go, even though long seasons were so muggy, foggy, doing everything except raining. I mean, for winter in Canada, where I am, it's basically just gloomy for like 4 months. There's like basically no sun. It sucks. One reactor pet peeve I have is when a reactor drags their audibles, by which I mean unnecessarily elongated vowels, Valley Girl accent. I would do an accent just for fun, but I wouldn't do it for a whole reaction, I don't think. Sounding like a deflated balloon or siren. I mean, everyone's different, right? Like some people like Willy, some people don't like Willy. So every reactor, people are going to enjoy them. Some people are not for whatever reasons they have. I'm fine. There's some people I like, some I don't. Like, Tom Cruise in Rayman. I don't like that character. Other people love his character. That's what's so great about humans. We're all so different. You just got to find the things that you enjoy and focus on those. Come to Ireland too. I was there too, but it didn't rain there either, so I don't know. I do want to go on the west coast of Ireland and do a lot of like hiking on I don't remember what it's called, but the west coast, there's a massive hikingness going on there. Lord of the Rings, Denethor eating its Fenrir's ready to. Oh, God. I haven't seen Lord of the Rings in a long time. There are movies that I would love to rewatch. I don't know if I want to do a reaction for the channel. I might try one next year at some point to see how that goes. Just movies I haven't seen in like 20 years, 15, 20, 10, 15, 20 years. I don't know. But anyways, we'll see. We'll see. I know that scene is there. I don't remember if it affected me all the time at the time, or if my misophonia is something that developed more recently. Some parts of the UK rain more than others, I think. The parts I'm in don't rain. Anti-rain is my Pokemon ability. It is. Ro uses anti-rain. It's very effective in the UK. Would I ever react with my mom or brothers? I don't know. I haven't seen a movie with them in a while, so I don't know. Maybe? Kelly's Heroes? That sounds familiar. Lorraine have been released in extended versions. They have been. Have been. The only problem with that is editing it is even worse because they're extended versions. There's more stuff to watch. Fallout, Game of Thrones on the list. Ha! Huh. So, funny story, just in time for this. I am finishing up Arcane Season 2 on Patreon, and after that, I did a poll to see which movie or series I would go next. It was either Fallout or Shogun, and Fallout 1. So after I finish Arcane Season 2, I'll be starting Fallout on Patreon. At some point, I do want a lot of my Patreon series to get to YouTube, but it is a lot of editing, which takes up a lot of my time. So eventually they'll get there. So yes, Fallout is soon-ish. I don't know. Soon-ish. Either this year or early next year. Mom and brothers want to react to a movie with you? I personally don't have annoying tendencies, so I don't see why not. Silver Lake Mountain in Donegal, northwest, some of the tallest cliffs in Europe. Incredible views at the top. Oh, nice. I mean, Ireland sounds amazing. Just fun. Would be cool to see you react to some of your family? Possibly, but I also don't necessarily want people to harass, insult, bother my family. So that's one of the biggest reasons. Well, also they're far, so I don't even know logistically when that would even happen. So, but I don't really like having people know about my family, I guess. Better question is, does your mom or brother chew really loudly? One of them does, yes. Fallout 1, yeah. So, funny story about Fallout. When it came out, I was like, oh my god, I have no interest in this whatsoever, because I'm like, I know it's a video game adaptation, and I don't know, a month ago before or a little while ago, I saw a trailer of video game adaptation, and I'm like, this looks terrible. The cast doesn't seem very up my alley. I'm never going to watch this. Fallout comes out, and I'm like, oh, this is probably it. No thanks, not interested, whatever. It's Jack Black, Kevin Hart. I'm like, I'm not interested. And most of the way through Fallout, I eventually I don't know if I realized it or someone else pointed it out, but I was thinking of Borderlands and not Fallout. So this is the problem with not really paying attention to games I can't play. And so it turns out Fallout is something completely different, and it's not Borderlands, doesn't have Jack Black and Kevin Hart. And so, yeah, I missed out on Fallout when it came out because I thought it was Borderlands and I didn't want to see it. Whoopsies. Southwest has Killarney National Park with some small mountains and equally as beautiful. I think all of Ireland is going to be amazing. Plus, I get to see castles. How awesome would that be? According to old school chat, my family is still back in Saskatoon. Yeah, exactly. You read webcomics? Not anything in particular. If I see one, I'll check it out maybe, but there's nothing that I really read webcomic wise. Kind of ask a question. I doubt they would mind. Yeah, no, watching a movie is fine. Reaction is a very different thing. Very, very different thing to just watching a movie. Especially if you're not used to it. You're not used to externalizing your internal thoughts. Right? Like if I'm watching a movie, I'm not going to be saying as many things as I do in a reaction. I don't know if people realize this, but a lot of things I just think of. So for reaction, I learned to say out loud what my thoughts are. So watching a movie, not reaction wise, I don't say much. That's just the truth of the matter. Yeah, Fallout 1 and 2 are on my list of games to try. Sun is setting. All right, Curious Cat, have a great night. I mean, sun is setting here too. It's 4 p.m. Thanks for being here. I enjoyed it. Fallout 1 and 2 are games on my list, as I said, and there's a few games that I do want to try. So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is a game I want to try. It's third person. I'm going to try playing it with the least amount of combat, because combat usually is an issue for third person games. So anyways, I want to try to see if I can play it. The Last of Us Part 1 is also one I want to try and see if I can make it work. A lot of it is minimizing the screen, like Windows screen, making it smaller on my monitor. Anyway, so those are things I want to try. Fallout 1 and 2 are also things I want to try. There's so many things I want to try. Been fun. I'm going to crash hard. All right, Flash, thanks for being here. I'm glad you stopped by. Sleep well. Have a great rest of your weekend. Don't think I've seen any Matrix videos. They're all on Patreon. 1, 2, and 3 are on Patreon. You have some Irish ancestry. Oh, nice. That's pretty nice. As far as I know, supposedly, I may have some Irish in me. I don't really know how I would tell, but maybe way, 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 way back. Reaction equals streaming and externalizing things. It is, and it takes a while to get used to. So, like, my family wouldn't be used to it, and they'd be like, probably wouldn't say much. You love my reactions? So genuine, makes my heart feel. I'm glad. Honestly, I'm all for genuineness, genuinity, being genuine. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's weird. Sun's getting real low. Big guy. That's a franchise I am debating rewatching and reacting to. I don't know if people care for rewatches. I don't think so, but I might try it anyways to see how it goes. 10 miles to your house in Ireland. 3 castles to 2 abbeys. That's pretty nice. Get a nice walk and see them all. Crickets outside, 4 p.m. EST. I mean, there shouldn't be crickets. I mean, you know what? I'm glad there's crickets because that means it's not too cold. But I play Subnautica? Never. I can't play it. Have I played Uncharted? I have not. I don't know if I can play. I have to see about camera settings first. That's all it is I need to see how camera settings are, if I can fix the camera so it doesn't move around. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. 9 p.m. here in UK. Oh, have a great weekend, Steve. Thanks for being here. UK, the place where it doesn't rain. Genetic history done on myself? I have not. Hi, Scott. Thanks for being here. Have a great weekend. All right. Next question. This one. So I've heard that Firefly and Serenity are on Patreon. They are. Is the intention that they will stay exclusive, or do you think they'll make it to YouTube eventually? So a lot of the TV series on my Patreon, I would like to edit for YouTube eventually. But again, the editing takes a while, and I need to figure out that side of things. Because I do a movie a week. I would like to do more, but I need to also maintain my sanity. So I would love to do way more reaction edits, but we'll see. Eventually, hopefully. You play video games without getting motion sync? Yeah, plenty of games. Plenty of them. BG3. So every time I think of Baldur's Gate 3, I want to play Dungeons and Dragons. I want to play D&D. And so I need to figure out when to play stuff. because I played D&D a bit. I really like it. I want to be creative. I want to think of one shots. I want to create worlds. Um, I think that's really the fun stuff that I want to do. But finding a group to play with is sometimes hard because then you have to think of time zones, you have to think of availability, and it's not super easy. Think about getting an editor. I have been trying. I've been trying. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it works out with a couple of things I'm trying, and then I'll be able to do more. React to music videos? I don't know how the copyright stuff works for that. I don't know. I don't at the moment I don't think so just because I'm really enjoying movies and stuff and I can't really take more on my plate. That's another thing is that it takes more time to do more stuff. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, if a movie's in first person or shaky cam, I can't watch those. Editors increase overhead. There's that also. So there's all a balancing act between, you know, money wise, time wise. It's a fine balance, I guess you could do. So there's a lot of thinking about whatever I do. Editor means it's going to cost me stuff and I have to see how much the channel's making, how much I take in, and also weigh that with how much time I have, free time. It's not super straightforward and easy. Okay, so with this next question, a dinar? Who invented liquid soap? I have no idea. And why? Because is it like a doctor who thought that cleaning your hands would be good for operations, increase survival rate? I don't know what movie that's from. Zero clue what it could be from. Well, there's a lot of video games that are not first or third person. There's isometric, there's like 2D, there's a lot of games without that view. So anyways, I don't know what movie this is from. I don't even know where to begin or even like liquid soap? Is there a movie about soap? I don't get the bonus points it seems. Dang it. I tried. Blubber? Is that the bouncy thing? All right, so the next one, any new movies, series in 2025 and beyond you look forward to? Basically just Andor Season 2 and The Last of Us Season 2. I don't really know what else is coming out in terms of movies and series in 2025 or beyond. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that I'm looking forward to aside from those two. Or there's nothing I'm really even aware of aside from those two. Which is why a lot of times on the channel, a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, this movie came out." So I've been planning for months. I'm like, "Oh, I didn't think of that." So I go by by the moment, I guess. Yeah, there's card games, platformers. There's a lot of video games without camera movement. Hollywood doesn't know which way to go anymore. It's hard. It's really hard to know what'll work, what won't work. And then you have people who think they know, and then it turns out they don't know because it's a new generation and they don't know how to deal with it. So, yeah. Need to watch Airplane 2. There's a lot of sequels that I don't know if I'll get to. It's honestly, this is what part of the channel is so hard to decide things, what to watch, when to watch, and what not to watch. It's so hard. For me, at least. Choice paralysis is a thing. Favorite airplane quote? As a pilot's literally quoted at least once a week. I'm about to hit bed before work. Oh my gosh. There are so many. I love it when they say, oh, well, we'll have to bring him to the hospital. He has a cold, so we'll have to bring him to the hospital. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a big building where sick people go, or something like that. I love it when they do that. Or there's the little girl I take my coffee black like my men. I love how just random it was. There's so many great things, or like the drinking problem. Oh my god, this airplane has so many. I don't know if I have a favorite one. I really like when Captain Over is like, have you ever been inside a Turkish prison? Do you like movies about gladiators? Just so ridiculous. I don't know what strike is. Existing audiences, people think they're original, they never were. It's been sequels and novels for essentially. But then again, like, Star Wars is a good example of this. The original trilogy came out, people loved it. Prequels came out, the people who loved the original trilogies hated the prequels. People who grew up with the prequels loved it. And finally, 20 years after the prequels came out, then we finally get to see, only 20 years, whatever, we finally get to see people express their love for the prequels. So same with the sequels came out. A lot of people don't like it, but I feel like in 10, 15 years, 20 years, we'll see the people who grew up with it be like, I love these movies. And so everything is sort of like generations behind a lot of times. I've not seen Hot Shots. Give me a hand on 5, hold the mayo. Like, there's so many things. Like, almost every line in Airplane is amazing. Ah, boy. Yeah, so anyway, so those are the 2 series that I'm looking forward to because that's what I know. Now, would skydiving or ocean diving be first on the adventure list? Skydiving. I'm not a fan of going underwater. Submarines, going like scuba diving, ocean diving, I don't really have much interest in it just because I don't really feel comfortable or safe doing that. The idea of it doesn't strike me as that. So I feel much more comfortable in the air than in the water. How about that? Looking forward to season 2 Last of Us is going to be amazing. I mean, I'm going to like it. I know a lot of people won't because whatever reasons they want. Lake Placid. I have not. Is that with the crocodile? I think that might be a crocodile. No, I think I've seen the poster of Lake Placid then. Swimming pools, love it. Open ocean, not so much. It's very different, very different. You were in the Navy on submarines. That must be terrifying. It feels like, I don't know, submarines don't seem very fun to me. My reaction would be to HBO's Avenue 5. Never even heard of it. Great cast, poor writing. Poor writing can be painful sometimes. We'll go out and sometimes be underwater for 3 months at a time. Oh gosh. Oh no. Orange Line, have a great weekend. Thanks for stopping by. Yay, you have to stuff and such and things. Yay, good luck with that. Good luck. Only if I want to? Yeah, you better not tell me what to do. I'll enjoy it if I want to. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't enjoy it, okay? A sequel month? Yeah, I don't know. So close to watching a fantastic submarine film. Oh, is that... Oh, yeah, the Hunt for Red October? I think War Games, whatever that is winning. I know nothing about it. I don't want to know anything about it. I'm just thinking, like, War Games is, like... People are playing a game and there's war. I don't know. All right, so now I'm going to the questions on YouTube. I've got a YouTube post for it, so I've got a few questions here. Do you have any future plans reacting to TV Firefly series? Yes, I've seen it. It's on Patreon. I'm hoping that and Serenity will come to YouTube at some point. Maybe next year, hopefully. Skydiving, it's time to come to San Diego then. I think there's probably places to do skydiving between here and San Diego. No faith in engineers? Well, I am an engineer. I don't have interest in being somewhere that if something goes wrong, I'm underwater and I don't really have anything that I can do for it. Ooh, a question from a fellow Canadian. I live in Ontario. Name me a oh, wait, hold on a sec. There we go. Hello, fellow Canadian flag. You live in Ontario. Name me a province you would want to live in other than Ontario, and one you definitely wouldn't. I would be okay with living in BC. I would not want to live in Alberta / Manitoba just because prairies tend to get very, 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 very cold. So, yeah. BC seems like a nice other place, especially because the mountains are there and the temperature is more, it's more temperate. And there's also a film industry there. Our sky is relatively calmer than most. Yeah, but I think skydiving in Canada would probably be a lot more feasible than, going to San Diego for skydiving. Yeah, so I have a poll on Patreon right now, and War Games is winning by like a couple of points over Hunt for Red October. So I think it might be almost done, the poll. So War Games. All right, so name a few movies you've watched on the channel that turned out to be unexpected surprises for you. I feel like so many movies, sometimes I go in with preconceived notions of what I think it'll be just based on growing up, hearing things about it, and then I'm pleasantly surprised. So, Princess Bride, Galaxy Quest was one of them. I think a lot of them that I'm surprised at are like comedic movies, because typically I used to not enjoy comedic movies. Demolition Man is another one. I didn't think I'd enjoy it. I'd never really seen Sylvester Stallone in anything. He just seemed to me like a dude who might not be able to act. This is my first impression without seeing him in anything. So I judged a book by its cover, and it was actually really great. What other movies? I mean, there's probably a ton of them. Robin Hood Men in Tights was also fantastic. There are some movies that I go in expecting to enjoy and then I just get tired of. Terminator 1 and 2 was also really good, I gotta say. San Diego for skydiving. Hey, if Sean Connery asks me to go, I'll go to San Diego for skydiving. Looking into some rural BC jobs at the minute. We'd love to loot around there. BC seems like a great place. Although it depends if you're near Vancouver, it could be very pricey. Seems like a wrong month for a movie with October in its name. Blame Patreon. Connected, do you feel the French Canadians? Do you think you could live in Quebec? Well, so French Canadian is very different. There's French Canadians in Ontario. There's some in Quebec. There's some in New Brunswick. There's some all over the place. So just because if I'm connected to Ontario doesn't mean I'm connected to Quebec, for example, because it's very different ways of thinking and everything. I personally do not want to live in Quebec, many reasons. One of them, acting-wise, if I pay taxes in Quebec, I cannot, for the most part, take part in Ontario productions just because there's tax breaks and how everything works. So there's a lot of reasons like that for practicality reasons and for career / interest, passion-wise, that I wouldn't be in Quebec, for example. Oh yeah, I know it was about the engineers, John, for the underwater thing, but I'm sure they could do fine. But there's always things that happen, unexpected things that could go wrong, and I don't want to be in a place I'm not comfortable in. Galaxy Quest turned out to be so much better than I expected. Sam Rockwell. Honestly, I already said Sam Rockwell. An actor that has surprised me and I adore in every role I've seen is Sam Rockwell. Galaxy Quest, he was fantastic. Just like the writing was great, his delivery was awesome. He was in Green Mile, and despite his character being, he did so well. He looked like he had so much fun. I don't know if that's the case, but he did really, really well. Stargate looked like a good one. Yeah, so There's so many. I love sci-fi, so I'm glad. I'm glad I was forced to watch Stargate, and now I want to see the series. Thanks a lot. Nothing will ever ask you since he's dead. Well, that's unfortunate. I didn't know he was dead. Oh, in 2020. Oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Whoops. Okay, well, I guess I'm not going to San Diego for skydiving. Hey, Doug, how are you? The Marvel Studios pun. I like a good pun. I was not reprimanded, but pointed out my amazing puns earlier. I don't remember what they were, but they were amazing, nonetheless. Hope you're doing well, Doug. Highlander. Um, yes, Highlander is. Hold on a sec. I'm thinking Conan the Barbarian. Oh no, I'm also thinking this. Okay, a dude with a sword and a fur thing. Okay, I don't know what this one's about, but I do want to see it at some point for whatever reason. I don't know why I want to see it, but I remember the name. What's the theme there? Cold War, nuclear No, no, no. It's just yeah. It's just Llama. I got some suggestions, like Bigsy said, suggestions from Patreon comments. So there's no theme or anything to it. It's just I got everyone to comment a movie that they would like me to watch or react to, and then like the ones that they wanted to, and then the top X were put in a poll. So there's no theme for that one. George Sam Rockwell and Green Mountain. He was, as an actor, he did fantastic. The character, no, but the actor, I think he did amazing. Which is, there's a clear separation between actor and character. A lot of people don't understand that, but if I don't like a character, it doesn't mean I don't like the actor. Like, I don't like Jar Jar. The actor's fine. I don't like Tom Cruise in Rayman. The actor's fine. I loved Sam Rockwell in Green Mile. It doesn't mean I love his character. Oh yeah, Matt Damon. There was Matt Damon. Yes. Oh, frick, I love Matt. I honestly like things like that. I'm like, oh, I thought of this, and I'm like so proud of this. Maybe might be one of the things I'm most proud of in my life. I've not seen RoboCop. No. Question before I head to bed, but head back out. Would you be interested in watching some Irish films at some point on the channel? I am always interested in watching movies on the channel, especially non-American slash Hollywood movies, because I'm curious to see what different countries have. And so, yeah, definitely. The only thing is I have to figure out how I'm gonna do foreign language films. I don't know if I want to tackle that yet, just because subtitles and stuff. I watch movies in the original language. I don't watch them dubbed. Same with anime. So I need to figure that out before I tackle that kind of thing. I watched Godzilla Minus One on Patreon full length. So that one I watched subbed, but everyone has their own copy. So I don't know how that works for editing. Yeah. Couple of 80s robot movies. Daryl, I've never heard of Daryl. I've heard of RoboCop. I've heard of Terminator. Predestination, complicated and simple at the same time? Complicated and simple. That seems like an interesting mix. You being Canadian, I am Canadian, but most Canadian things don't apply to me. Have you seen Strange Brew? I've never heard of it. Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas. Isn't Dave Thomas the dude who invented Wendy's? Chernobyl was amazing. It was. It it was. I love movies or series that get me frustrated and angry at stuff that happens. That's just amazing. There's another one. I don't remember which one it was. But anyways, a lot of them. I love feeling anger, especially at villains. Oh. Sergeant York? I've never heard of that. Maybe people haven't seen it because they don't know it exists. There's so many movies that I've never heard of, and so everyone's like, I can't believe you haven't watched this yet. I'm like, can't watch a movie I've never heard of. So not necessarily Irish spoken, more Irish produced, directed. Someone Irish, so simply set in Ireland. Oh, okay, okay. So they're not like speaking Gaelic or anything. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon's fantastic. I've had a lot of people mention that one. So yeah, I have to figure that out. The other Dave Thomas. Okay. I was like, he did acting? I know Rick Moranis is. Have I seen him in anything? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Any Christmas movies coming up? Yep. There's a poll at the moment going on YouTube. It's a tie so far between Scrooged and Elf. And earlier post, I mentioned that I'm watching Home Alone 2 and It's a Wonderful Life. So that is what is public knowledge. Iron Sky, Nazis on the Moon. I feel like I've heard someone mention something like that before. Dolores Umbridge is my favorite. Why would she be my favorite? Oh, because getting like frustrated at things. Yeah, but her demeanor itself was she's not my favorite. She's not my favorite. She's I don't know how to explain it. I really don't know how to explain it, but no, she's not my favorite. Dip into classic international cinema, but subtitles sure are such a barrier. But also, one thing to remember is that not every country has copyright laws or fair content or fair use content laws. So if you do anything from Japan, they are way more harsh and they can demonetize or give you a strike way easier. So every country is different. Just because the movie exists doesn't mean it can be done, a reaction can be done to it and stay visible. So there's that also, because I know a lot of times anime reactions get hit a lot with strikes. So that's probably why a lot of people don't dabble into international cinema, just because it can be terrible. Like Howl's Moving Castle, that one, Studio Ghibli, I think it's a soft G, supposedly are a pain to deal with. So while I would love to watch them, I don't want to deal with the copyright issues. So I think a lot of reactors have that same mentality. It's just not a lot of people know about that, because if you don't do reactions, you probably don't know. All right, Jim, have a great night. Thank you for being here. Be safe. Have a great weekend. Yeah, Wizard of Oz is on my list, has been. And when I do that, I will let Doug know for sure, because he has mentioned it a long time ago. That and Harold and Maude. Those are two that I will get to eventually, and that I will definitely let him know, because... Hey, Orlando. I'm good. How are you? How's your weekend going? Nuclear power plant operator. What happened to Chernobyl was sad and infuriating at the same time, but the way the cover up... It's, that's unfortunate. It's, yeah, fun. Yay. Possible, just not feasible. No, like, if they block the video, no one can see it. So... possibly not even possible. Hence the lack of reactions to old Japanese Godzilla movies dubbed from Japanese. Exactly. Yeah, so copyright is a big thing, especially international movies. They're not as, like, because the US has fair use law, where we can do reactions to stuff. It can still be a hassle, but internationally, Japan doesn't have it. I'm assuming a lot of countries have the same issues for that copyright reasons. Ugh. Right, okay. Ginger Snaps movie? I've never heard of it. This is why I say I'm Canadian, but I don't really know much Canada stuff. So the movie you most wish your younger self could have seen, younger you could have seen. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if there's maybe Back to the Future. Aside from that, I think younger me wouldn't have appreciated them for the same things that I appreciate them for now. So I think maybe Back to the Future would be one of the rare ones. Or maybe Claws. I'm trying to think of movies that had good life lessons for a younger me. Maybe those two. Possibly. Yeah. As an idiot, I wouldn't have appreciated any answers I could come up with. Yeah, see, that's the thing is that watching like Saving Private Ryan when I was younger would have not hit the same way as it does now, especially with a lot of adult experience. So it's, I don't know, I feel like possibly Back to the Future is the best one. Music reaction channel, maybe a test run. I don't have time. I would much rather focus my time on editing TV series or more stuff for this channel than start a new channel because I have to be aware that I'm not able to do absolutely everything. I need some downtime. So music reaction channel would be way down the line if I get constant editors to do all the editing for me, which I don't ever see happening. About watching non-news, so I guess you just came in here. A lot of the reasons why this stuff doesn't get done is copyright reasons. So watching any Japanese movies, a lot of times they get blocked, you get a strike, they get demonetized, everything. And so there's no fair use laws against a lot of the movies from those countries. So it's just a big hassle, which is why I'm assuming a lot of reactors don't do international movies because copyright reasons basically prevent you. Just clone yourself. I wish. That would be amazing. Aside from copyright, audience size is another consideration. It is. So, this is a YouTube channel. You can start one because you just want to do it and not care about any income. If you're in a place in life that you can do that, awesome. If you are looking for any kind of income on YouTube, whenever you get to it, if you're focusing on making this your main source of income, then movies from different countries have different audience sizes. And so you do take that into consideration. You can't be like, oh, I'm going to watch this little movie that no one's ever heard of. Because all this time you pay for an editor or you edit it yourself. So either money or time is spent doing this. And if you get like 100 views or a fraction of the views, then you're like, wow, okay, so this is out of pocket money. You don't make any profit off of it. So it really depends what you're doing your YouTube channel for, which usually people don't want to pay out of pocket for something you do. Like a Robin Williams films. Yeah, so he's someone that I 100% want to watch more films of because I saw Good Will Hunting. I just haven't gotten around to it. So he is on my list of actors to watch. I probably try to do a Robin Williams poll next year to get one more in at least. Hey, Colin. I'm good. How are you? Movies since last live. Oh, I'm glad. Ooh, Gladiator. Hans Zimmer. Can't go wrong with that. Ridley Scott. I'm really enjoying his movies. I love The Last Duel. I think that's one of the ones I was most pleasantly surprised with. Maybe that's there we go. Biggsy, if you're still here. I think that movie might be the one that left a huge impression on me because I just simply adored it. It was just great. Anyways, it's on Patreon. I haven't edited it for YouTube, but I really, really enjoyed that movie. That one surprised me. I don't know what I was expecting going in. I honestly, I thought Matt Damon and Ben Affleck in a medieval setting would be terrible. So that was my first thing, was that this was going to be trash and weird, just because I guess I've never seen them in a medieval setting. And so I was very surprised and enjoyed it. Heard of the film In Bruges? Yeah, with the phone booth guy, Colin Farrell. Yes. Copyright music in most of my gaming videos back in 2000. Probably why my channel doesn't show up on that. That's probably why. I mean, if you still have a YouTube channel, you can check to see if they're blocked anywhere. You get that in your YouTube studio. Robin Williams poll would be tough. But there are some Robin Williams movies that I want to see. I don't necessarily want to see comedy. I want to see serious roles. Do I stop myself from going to see films in theaters? Nope, because I don't like going to the theater. So I've never stopped myself because I've never wanted to go, basically. I think the only time that I really wanted to go to the theater was for Avengers Endgame, because I didn't want to have to avoid spoilers on the internet. I think that's the only movie that I've really gone to see in theaters to go see because spoiler reasons. Well, that Mrs. Doubtfire was comedy. I could be wrong. But I guess that's the idea that I had from Mrs. Doubtfire, so I never really had an inkling to watch it. Dead Poet Society, what's his face is in it? Robin Williams, obviously, but Wilson from House. Why don't I like going to theaters? I don't like the experience. I don't like being around people. I don't like hearing people talk. I don't like hearing people chew during a movie. I just don't like it at all. Insomnia is one I want to see, because that is Christopher Nolan, right? Yeah. Just rewatched recently. Forgot how good of a show it is. It is, but I don't know if you're gonna feel the same way. Oh, speaking of, have you started Broadchurch? But have you? Okay. Whenever I rewatch a TV series, sometimes I notice things where different characters get me upset. Like House, I used to love House, the character, but now the more I watch, the more I'm like on Wilson's side or other people's side. I see him very differently upon a rewatch, and so I don't know if you get the same thing. But it's a good show. I really like it. I've seen like the first season a few times. Second season also. I think the third one is where I've seen less, and I don't remember the last few seasons at all. What Dreams May Come is also one yet. There's also something about Fields, but I think that has Kevin Costner in it. Yeah, Insomnia wasn't on a Patreon poll, but it didn't win. Yeah. I don't think it scored very high either, but I was like, it's a Christopher Nolan movie. I have to watch it at some point. Sorry, well, I'm not reading the trivia because I saw Voyager. I haven't seen it. I'm not reading that. Haven't started watching it yet. Kid, just thought I'd remind you. Just thought I'd remind you. Very curious to see what you think of it. Field of Dreams, that's the one, yeah. Because What Dreams May Come, and then I think Field of Dreams because they have the same word. A lot of movies that have the same word, I get confused of, like No Country for Old Men, Children of Men. They have men in it, and so I'm like, I don't know which one's which. I don't even know much about either, so it doesn't help. But What Dreams May Come and Field of Dreams to me are like the same movie until I see them and I can see what's the difference. I haven't watched House since my college days, so long ago. I bet I would feel the same about that show now too. It's interesting because if you watch a show that you've liked before and then like 10 years later, sometimes your opinion changes on the characters. It's always fascinating. Two films, What Dreams May Come, a Final Cut. I haven't heard of Final Cut yet, so that's a first. But What Dreams May Come has been mentioned many, many times. Children of Men. That one. So Moon and Children of Men are movies I need. There's so many movies I need to watch. It's ridiculous. What do I do for a living? So what I do for a living, this programming mainly. Yeah. I'm getting into acting, but acting, a lot of it is free work, volunteer work at the moment, but I'm looking into like funding and stuff like that. So it'll be, I guess, number 3 on what I do for a living. Filmmaking will be. I'm a civil engineer. I used to be a civil engineer. I stopped that, and then now I do programming. Yes, I do have a Google form. You can submit movie for suggestions. I do check it. I have a database. I run a script to gather up all your recommendations. And usually, if you follow the instructions on it, so I think it's movie name and then in brackets the year, it grabs all the same named ones, and I can see which ones are most recommended. Thanks, Sodium Crush. I mean, it's a lot of it. A lot of it is luck, being at the right place at the right time. So that's why it might take a while. We'll see. I'm enjoying doing it, developing my craft, and learning more about everything. All right, we've got another question. I'm always excited to find people who haven't watched my favorite movies from my childhood and teenage years. Reactions are very enjoyable. What was a movie that you loved growing up? So growing up, I didn't watch many movies. So I had 2. One was Beauty and the Beast, but it was in French, and the other one was Angels in the Outfield. So I've seen Beauty and the Beast. I don't know how many times I watched it as a kid, but I don't remember much of it. And Angels in the Outfield, I don't remember much about either. And so I don't think I didn't have a favorite movie growing up. There wasn't something that I would put on just to watch. When I got to like high school-ish, I guess I'm still growing up at that time, that would be Lord of the Rings then. So I guess Lord of the Rings. That's like high school growing up, so a few years before adulthood type thing. I run a script. Yeah, programming script it is. For Robin Williams in French, I'm translating to English just so people can understand it. A great film with him is 1 Hour Photo. Not a comedy at all, though. And Dead Again. Oh, Kenneth. Oh, I forget how to say his name. Rana? Whatever. He was Lockhart in Harry Potter, and I saw A Haunting in Venice, which I need to see the other 2 that he's done with Poirot. Death on the Nile and Murder on Orient Express, I think. So excited about those. Loved Angels in the Outfield. I don't know much about it. I mean, I have to rewatch it at some point to see what it's about. And also, I'm sure there's going to be actors that I know of now that I had no idea were a thing back then. What movie, if any, would you have liked to work on? I mean, acting capacity, any of them where I get to be a villain. So many movies. I want to work on movies, like big movies, just to see the planning that goes behind it. So obviously, I'd love to be an actor in them, but if that's not possible, I still want to do, like oversee, at least be part of the producing team and see how it all gets planned, location scouting, how they go about it, and especially storyboards, because I want to know what the directors are thinking, what they want done. I'm always fascinated to see how people construct a story in a film, especially. It's honestly just fascinating. Let me think. What movie came out recently? Ideally, I would want to work on films without green screen, just to have more realistic approach. Like green screen is fine, that's great, but a lot of it is done in post production, like bringing the sets to life. So maybe working with Christopher Nolan, because he doesn't really do green screen, right? He does practical effects. So I think maybe working on a Christopher Nolan film would be great. Interstellar. Oh, Inception with that spinning room. I think that would have been pretty fun. Just, yeah, so I think just a Christopher Nolan movie of some kind to see the practical effects and yeah. I hope that answers the question. Sandlot. I've heard the name. I don't know what it is. When I was in Toronto, my brother and I got tickets for Angels in the Outfield and then snuck into speed screening. Pop quiz, hot shot. Vacation includes building your Lego. Nice. Gaming. Nice. And TV with Dr. Pepper and snacks. I mean, that sounds like a good vacation. Bran. All brand. Branna. Okay, interesting. Nah. Bran? Nah. Worth rewatching movies from your point of view and you see things sometimes I don't see. What movies are you excited to see soon? I don't know about movies I'm excited to see soon. Like that, oh gosh, on the channel? Oh gosh, I don't know. Well, I'll be watching It's a Wonderful Life and Toy Story for Christmas. And so I'm just excited to see so many movies. I don't think there's any that I'm like, I really, really, really want to see. I'm just really looking forward to everything. TV series wise, Andor season 2, Last of Us season 2 next year. If I had to pick a couple movies that I'm really looking forward to watch at some point, probably Moon and Children of Men. I'm sure there's more. Right now, that's what I'm thinking of because we did talk about them not too long ago. So maybe those two. And RoboCop. Oh, I do want to see. I don't remember which version I was planning on seeing. I think it's the Carl Urban version of Dread. I think. The love of the game. Sports game, I'm guessing. Yeah, Christopher Nolan, I think, would be great. Because green screen is fine, but at the same time, it's a very different filmmaking experience. I do want to see, speaking of Martin Short, 80s sci-fi movie where you get to see very young Martin Short, which I've never seen him in anything, and Jack Quaid's parents fall in love. Um, what the hell am I thinking of? What was I thinking? Oh, Only Murders in the Building. I've heard good things about it. I don't know much about it. There's a few other TV series that I want to see. Oh, there's so many TV series I want to see. It's not even funny. Go to the standalone one, Urban. I think it was the Carl Urban one because the other one is Stallone. I think Judge Dredd, maybe. Yes. Okay, so it is the Carl Urban one that I wanted to see. American Beauty has a great 60-minute feature with the cinematographer talking about the storyboards versus the film. Ooh, that sounds amazing. This is what I want to see. I want to have like an insight in the filmmaking process that they do. Because everyone does it differently, and I'm just curious to see how it is. Do I watch Westerns? I haven't seen many Westerns. I do want to change that next year. I've seen True Grit. I feel like I may have seen one more, but I don't remember. But I do want to see more Westerns. Are you talking to me about Dennis Quaid? I was reading Jack Quaid's parents, so that would be Dennis Quaid. Back to the Future Part 3. Oh yeah, it's a Western. There we go, I've seen a Western. So Dennis Quaid is Jack Quaid's dad, and Meg Ryan is his mom. So I guess Inner Space has them falling in love. What's up, Doc? It sounds like a comedy. I could be wrong, and I'm very hesitant on comedies because a lot of times they fall flat for me. It has to be like specific style of comedy. True Grit, I saw the remake. I have the original. It was sent to me. I have a DVD to watch it at some point. But honestly, so I saw the True Grit remake, and so many comments were just so negative on it. And they're like, oh my God, you did the wrong thing. You should have watched the first one, not this crap remake. And when people do that, I just don't want to see the original. I'm like, I don't like these people's attitudes, so I don't want to watch a movie that they think I should watch. Pretty petty, but whatever. Hey Drew, how are you? The Godfather lost against Gladiator in a poll. Or else I would have watched Godfather instead of Gladiator. Unforgiven and Tombstone are two, I think Tombstone is a Western, are two that I want to watch. How you doing? Doing good. How are you? A fun fact, the walls in my computer room and the walls in your studio are the same color, so watching a video feels more special. Oh, nice. I've been meaning to paint this gray for like a year. I haven't done it yet. I will at some point. I literally haven't had the time, is what I tell myself. What's up, Doc? Is Barbra Streisand comedy? I don't know what that means. The remake, I loved the remake. I think it was great. For True Grit. Anyway, a lot of times when people are super negative on a movie I watch and they say, you should watch this instead, I'm like, clearly we don't have the same taste in movies now, do we? Sort of how I look at it. Both are good. I feel like both are probably good for different reasons, you know? And that's fine. Original is fine. I'd rather rewatch remake before the original. I don't know, the remake was, I really enjoyed it. It was fun. It was good. I don't remember who the actor was. I can see his face. I don't remember his name. The dude from Big Lebowski? Maybe? Kurt Russell? Is that him? Silverado? I don't know what's the road. No, I was thinking El Dorado. Road to El Dorado. To export small chunk of your video edit, but the software froze. I don't know how much work we'll lose. Oh no! Hopefully none. Hopefully everything is saved and none will be lost. People get so mad if you watch the RoboCop remake before the original. Is the original one the 80s and the remake in the 2010s? Or was there one before the 80s ones? Because my plan is to watch the 80s one because Kurtwood Smith is in it. And plus it's Paul Verhoeven, I think. Dude who did Starship Troopers, right? Jeff Bridges. Damn it! Kurt Russell, Jeff Bridges. I need, hold on a sec. Who the hell's Kurt Russell? Okay. I'll try to remember who is who. No guarantees. Okay, I'll try. Everybody's high on John Wayne. Personally, he's never done it for me, not even The Longest Day. Oh, he was in that. I don't know who that was. I saw The Longest Day. I have no idea who John Wayne is. I'm gonna have to look up who he played because I don't know. Underrated movie, not everyone knows, but some dude based on a book. 9 books. One movie is called I'm Number 4. I Am Number 4. Oh, is this like a teen thing? Similar, like, I guess it came out sort of Hunger Games time and stuff. That kind of thing. Divergent, Maze Runner. Thanks, Drew. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad. Tons of movies people said was junk actually liked and vice versa. Yeah, which is like a lot of people say don't watch this or watch this, it's good. Don't watch this, it's junk. And I'm like, I won't know until I watch it. And plus, I haven't met a single person that has my exact taste in movies. And so if someone says it's junk, I'm not going to be like, I trust you. It's more of a, I still need to see it for myself. There are some people that a lot of times when they say they really liked a movie, I can be like, I'll probably enjoy it, but there's no guarantee. Russell did Escape from New York and The Thing. Oh, he was the one in Stargate, right? Magnificent Seven with Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, and them. Magnificent Seven is something that I've wanted to see, but there's another movie with a 7 in the title that I've also wanted to see. Oh my god, I don't remember. You saw Conclave last night? I've never heard of it. 310 to Yuma is one I need to watch. Oh my god, there's so many movies I need to watch. Damn it. I don't know who Ronnie Cox is. Yeah, okay, yeah. Manic, once I finish Star Wars on Patreon, I'll be starting a new long-running series on Patreon. It's most likely going to be either Star Trek or Stargate. I don't know which one, but that's sort of what I'm thinking of at the moment. You would be rich, Randy. You would be rich. Now time to go mine some stuff in the real world, right? I'm sure it's that simple. Did you hear that Sylvester Stallone said if they someday remade Rambo, he would like Ryan Gosling to play Rambo, and Ryan was surprised to hear that from Rambo himself? I didn't hear that. I don't know anything much about Sylvester Stallone, to be honest. I also don't really pay attention to what is said by people. I don't know why. I've also never seen Rambo, so I don't really know what to expect. Seven Samurai? Well, there's Magnificent Seven. There's 7, obviously. 47 Ronin. There's... I don't know. I don't know. Denzel and Vincent D'Onofrio, you'd get something really good. How do you top the 60s version of the 54? Easily, for a different generation. I think... Well, I mean, it's movies are subjective, so there's going to be people who love the newer version or the or remake no matter what, which I think is great. Maybe you can watch Godfather on my own. I don't know. When was the last time I watched a movie? I think eventually I want to react to it, but so movies that I'm thinking of reacting to, I'm not going to watch on my own, obviously. I haven't seen Rambo. I haven't seen any Rambo. I think the only Sylvester Stallone movies I've seen were Demolition Man, and I've seen Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and 3. That may be the only times I've seen them. You know, only movies I've seen them in. I think. Maybe. I haven't seen much Sylvester Stallone. Wasn't serious about Stargate. It's a lot to watch. So is Star Wars and Star Trek. Seven Psychopaths, maybe? This is the first time I hear about that, so no. I don't know. I'll have to realize what it is. Yeah, basically. There's so many movies. Honestly, guys, there's so many movies to watch, and it's just ridiculous. I would love to be able to take the time in December and sort of plan out some movies that I want to see next year, but I don't even know if I will. I'd like to say so, but I don't know. You should watch Over the Top. I think the Stallone movie I'm watching next is either Rocky or Rambo. Unless he's like in a movie that I don't know he's in and I watch it type thing. But basically a lot of the bigger Stallone movies I'll watch is either Rambo or Rocky, I think. French movie suggestions, maybe not for the channel, at least personal enjoyment. French movie suggestions. I'm trying to think. I think I know many of them. But yeah, I'm up for that. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know when I would watch them, but at some point in my life, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. There's just so many things, so many things. Um, I just have to decide everything, which is like the choice paralysis thing, right? Anyways, I write down notes and I try to keep track of things. I've got some spreadsheets that I look at and I try to think of what could I watch. One movie I want to see is Fury. Curious to see what it's about. There's a couple of Brad Pitt movies, World War Z. Other movies too, probably. So much to do, so much to see. What's wrong with taking the backstreet? Oh my god, I don't remember the words anymore. Wonderful, keep yourself healthy. That's the important thing. Healthy, safe. Thank you, Colin. Do I dress up for Halloween? Nope. Nope. I enjoy, most holidays I enjoy spending inside the house and not going outside. Drew, have a great night. Sleep well. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciated. Speaking of, I'm gonna have to head out also just because I need to eat. And I mean, these reactions aren't gonna edit themselves now, are they? A lot of stuff to do, planning. I've got a couple of Christmas movies lined up. And also, I'm hoping to get Arcane edited for YouTube at some point, season 1 and season 2. And so, yeah, actually, I have to finish season 2 first, but you know. If you haven't seen Arcane yet, just watch it. It's an amazing series. I've really, really enjoyed it. Oh, wow. Yeah. One thing that I want to do, so in Discord, I'm planning on doing a monthly what is it called? Golf with your friends game. So if you don't know what it is, Golf with your friends is a video game that you get to... I'm good at explaining things. You get to golf with your friends. It's a very fun game. If you want to do that, join the Discord. I do have on Patreon every month I have a marbles race, so it's like getting your name pulled out of a hat. If you win, you get to choose a movie for me to watch. What else do I have? In the next couple of months, I'm gonna have a reactor page up. So other reactors have that if you've seen it, where you basically for a certain price you get to request a movie for me to watch. There's going to be certain restrictions, lengthwise, and also depending on if I've seen too many comedies, I might say no comedies, or if I've seen too many war movies, I might say no war movies, but it'll change as I watch movies, I guess. And also I'm hoping to start playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. At least try it. I don't know if I'm able to play it because of motion sickness, but I have a couple of tricks up my sleeves to try to make it work. So I'm going to try to do that starting in December at some point. But yes, thank you everyone for being here. I really appreciate it. I really had fun. I had fun. I hope you did because I really enjoyed it. You guys were awesome. You were amazing. All of you. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. So I want to do more of these. Also, I want to just do more. I need more time. Our style is fantastic. It is. The story is... I love it. No problem, Paul. I'm glad you joined. It's great to have you. Cameron, that game is brutal. So I'm gonna have minimized, but also I'm doing minimal amount of combat and easiest combat, just so there's less chances of moving the camera around. But we'll see how it goes. Star Wars will be on Twitch. Twitch is where I do all my video game stuff. But yes, anyways, thank you guys for being here. Again, I really enjoyed it. I hope to do more, and I hope to join you guys join me. Have a great rest of your weekend. Right now it's 5 p.m. for me and it's dark as all hell, which is sad. But yeah, live long and prosper. I haven't seen Star Trek. I just know some things. I swear. I swear is it. Enjoy the reaction, Randy, and enjoy your the end of your shift. I'm not listening to anything. Why do I have headphones? Seriously, guys. Thanks again.